Hey, what's up, Tiara? How you doing? What's happening? I'm glad you could stop in. How you doing? What's happening? What you into? I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to pop in right quick, and holler at y'all and chat it up for a minute. God's great. What's happening? What you doing? What's happening with everybody out here? I just had to come back in here for a minute because I had a little something popping earlier, and I decided to try to break this up because I want to see all y'all, and everybody's on different time zones, so I'm trying to get it in. You know what I mean? He says, "I'm good. How you doing? I'm watching YouTube." And the snow. Oh, honey, I know everybody's been going through it with the weather, and I promise you, I am so lucky. I'm blessed and still standing. And this weather here, y'all, we going through some stuff, and a lot of people don't understand. There's changes. There's changes out here. Said Japan is having a blizzard, so I am freezing. Oh my goodness, God is great. Oh, I hope everybody all right and staying warm. Because I know a lot of times when we speak about this bad weather, a lot of people just think you just, oh yeah, it's bad. That's it. It's a lot. Oh, besides the earthquake. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I promise you, I was years ago. I was like 5 blocks over from an actual tornado that took people lives and damaged a lot. So prayers are up for you because a lot of times people don't understand that. When you mention your weather, you know they think, oh yeah, they got snow or they got this or they got that. People don't understand that folks have had power outages, their food have went bad, businesses have had to close down because this stuff is serious, and these times are like no other. You are welcome. Yeah, that earthquake ain't no joke. I'm telling you, and we had a small earthquake before too, and I felt it, and I was so shocked because how far away where it actually originated from to be able to travel like that. It's scary. Oh my God, I am so sorry to have. Oh boy, hundreds have died. Ooh, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. She said that's the reason why she wants to leave Cleveland. I'm scared of earthquakes and tornadoes. I'm telling you, people don't understand this stuff is something that's in the world and it's scary, but people don't know it's getting worse. Yes, I am glad that you're okay too. Oh my God. God is great. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because he sure is. Because I'm telling you, he gonna make a way where there is no way. But we all have to be careful and make sure we do our part, and no matter what happens to us out here in this life, that if you know where you're gonna land, that's a lot better than just being out here lost. Because this stuff here is real creepy and very scary. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I just hope, and I know, you're doing well, but it could be somebody that you know. You get what I mean? And I kept saying that a lot to people because when I see people out and I say, I'm glad you made it to the new year, they looked at me like, I was in the twilight zone or something. And what they don't understand is everybody didn't make it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't pay attention because they always, if you get up, obviously, in your house, husband, wife, kids, mother, father, it don't matter who the relation is to you, you feel good that everybody in your house is fine. Then you may reach out to a neighbor, a co-worker, and then you feel like the folks you know is good, but something's happening to some other people. You get what I mean? You know what I mean? It's something's happening to other people. So, you got to consider yourself as not lucky, blessed, because can't nobody control that but God. You know what I mean? And that's a whole lot. Because I know one thing about with me, I've learned not to be selfish and concerned about just mine. You understand what I mean? My families, my friends. You have to be global when it comes to being a child of God if you really believe. You get what I'm saying? It's not just about my, I, we. It's about, hugging the world. You know what I mean? Brother from another mother, sister from another mister. It has nothing to do with your race, color, nationality. We are all brothers and sisters. And when something happens to one person, it happens to all of us. And a lot of people are too selfish to even acknowledge that. And I try my best. I want to, just like with this is a divine connection that only God could have created for us to be able to connect with people across the world. And a lot of people don't take stuff like that serious because they're living for the moment, or they don't know God unless they need something. And I promise you, that's not going to last long. Once you get out here in the world and you see what you need to see, you're going to recognize it differently. But if you don't walk with God, it's not possible. That is a serious something there, y'all. I'm telling you. A lot of people don't take that stuff serious, but it is. And a lot of times people are always seeking God for his hands and not his face. And then they wonder why they're lost when something happens. Because I can tell, like even with this YouTube, this is a vast, very big thing of social media out here. And we have to appreciate that we're lucky enough to be able to contact and make friends with people around the world. How you doing, Crystal? Thank you for coming in. I'm just talking. I don't know if folks are still hanging around or whatever, but I get into it, y'all. I ain't playing with it. And as I speak, I live. Real talk. As I speak, I live. It's not just getting on here, rambling around, running your mouth just to be popular or to have friends. It's not just that. This is about a lifestyle. You know what I mean? We really got to look at that for what it's worth, because I don't, and I've learned, even like when I go in stores, sometimes I can be like, oh, I'm looking for this new Tide washing powder. And then I'll see, I'll find one, and then I'd be like, oh, I got lucky. No, God gave me favor. God gave me favor. Hello, my beautiful pre-retirement cooking all that good food over there. I promise you, we gotta be greater than our circumstances, y'all, because it's not gonna cut it no more. We gotta go up and beyond the call of duty. You have to make sure that we're proactive and we're caring and loving on other people, not just our family. That's the whole problem with everybody. They don't really take literally what it means that, for us to say that we're all brothers and sisters. People only use that when it's convenient. But are you really living up to what you're saying? I'm famous. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Black Widow, what's happening? What's happening? What's moving? What's shaking? What's grooving? Hey, LV, how are you? I was worried about you, because I know how it is when you said you wasn't feeling well, and I pray that you getting a lot better, because I tell you, us women, we go through a lot of it. You know what I'm talking about? Because I know yesterday you were saying how you felt, and I get that. I understand that 100%. And I'm so glad that you could pop in, because I'd like to keep it real over here. And a lot of times, I can't really get into speaking about God the way I'd like to, because some people, it's for them, and some people it's not. But I'd like to keep it real. And we have somebody in here right now saying about an earthquake and how many people died. And and we sitting here saying, oh, I'm lucky. No, we're not lucky. God gave us favor, but your time will come. That's what people don't understand. This world is diminishing. We are born into a dying world, and everything means something. Every minute counts. And a lot of people always put off tomorrow what they can do for today. And I keep telling people, stop seeking God for his hands and not his face. Sometimes when you go to God, you don't always have to ask for anything. You could just be grateful that he is God. Be grateful for what you got. Be thankful. And even better yet, ask him what he can use you to do to help somebody else out. Not even my aunt, my family, my cousin. Help someone else out that's a stranger that can't give you nothing, that you can't get nothing back. Because see, people are good to do something for somebody that they think they can get a good payoff. You get what I mean? One up. She said, I'm listening here in the background, preparing. Oh, you're gonna be doing your stream. Go, girl. I will definitely come over and check you out. But I'm telling you, we got to get with this program, because a lot of people don't realize no matter what we go through, good or bad, it's not wasted. God has a plan for our life, and nobody is over nobody. And a lot of people don't understand that, because we have a lot of situations out here in life that some people are established different ways than others, and a lot of people think that means that you got something better because this person is over here struggling in a country and don't have, and then you over in the States and you got something better, and that's not what it is. That's not what it is, because you got to remember, God works miracles all the time, and he don't love one more than the other. There's a reason for all of this stuff, and I keep trying to tell people this is not a game. I promise you. And I'm talking this and I go through my struggles. Sometimes I get mad, I swear, I get in my feelings, I get emotional. I'm a female. You know, that time of month pop on, things be happening. You already know what it is. But I tell you one thing, we better get ready. And I always say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because see, this time it's coming. The rapture is coming. And I mean it. I'm not bugging out, freaking out like I'm super Christian, like I know everything. I'm just saying, I read my book and I'm learning. And I'm preparing my life because I want to know where I'm going to end up at when this is over. Because see, I'm not living just to live this life. I'm living for eternity. Eternity is the paradise that was promised. People don't understand. When you read these stories in the Bible, pay attention to what you're reading. Understand, meditate on the word, because a lot of times we sit here and we don't understand that this is going down now. This is going down right now. People don't know that you're not getting a do-over anymore. God is not going to go talk to Adam and Eve again in the garden. God is not going to tell Noah to build the ark again. God is not going to go over and destroy Solomon and Gomorrah. It's over. We don't get no more chances. See, that was times where people wasn't doing right and God had to weed out the good from the bad. Well, that's not going to happen no more. It's going down right here, right now. She said, you are so right. There's not much time left. Amen. Amen. Pre-retirement. No, it's not. Time to live. Yes, yes, it's over. And people do not understand. And I keep saying that over and over again. I had, different people talking, oh, well, God, when there was bad people, God had to destroy the earth. Yes, that happened several times. There's a whole bunch of stories that I can talk about. We can talk about in the Bible, but that's not going to happen no more. It's a wrap. And you remember, even with Adam and Eve, when God spoke to them, he spoke to them and they were in the garden. They were given paradise. You understand what I'm saying? That's not happening no more for this earth, for this life. You understand when they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and God will give you beauty for your ashes, but you're only going to get the beauty if you're going to heaven. This game that we running with here, this is done. And a lot of people keep thinking it's going to happen over and over again. Look at the days. Look at when you live in the life, and I'm not bugging out. I'm speaking reality. Look at life. Look at the difference. Even with me, I can tell you something that I realized about 5 years ago. I started seeing, like, when my perennial flowers, just that simple, seriously, coming up, looking all harsh and not looking properly. The sun is not shining right. The moon is looking kind of weird. If you're somewhere where it's snow, that texture of the snow, it's like some kind of plastic, some kind of substance. The rain, there's something wrong with the rain. And I keep telling people, with this life, you cannot stop the rain from falling, and you can't dodge every raindrop. It's going down. And one thing about us is we live so much in the flesh that we don't even give the Holy Spirit any kind of breathing room at all. We keep running around here like we got tomorrow. And you got to realize, no matter what health you are in physical, it doesn't matter whether you diabetic, got high blood pressure, missing a leg, blind, that the spirit is not visited by any of those things. And until you tap into that side, you're not going to know what's going on here, because everybody's living for the moment. All this stuff is crazy. Even over when they was worshiping a false god. What was it, a calf, a ram, as if it was God. And this is when God had to come in and shut down a lot of different places that was not doing what they were supposed to be doing, and they thought they could keep doing it. Because you got to remember, us here now, I don't care if you got somebody in your family 90 years old, there was a lot accomplished before we were born. We're born into a dying world. It's going down right now. And if you don't know where you stand, then you don't know where you're going. Nobody is really sitting up here taking it serious, giving it to God. Everybody think all of this stuff is a game, that somebody's playing around, that this is oh yeah, nothing. I get out here every day and I take my time and pay attention to what people are doing out here in society. Look at what's going on here. And this is not just for no C-19. Everybody wants to blame the troubles of the world like C-19 is why this is happening. No, it's people, how they treat each other. They don't have respect for each other. They're not serving the Lord. They're doing what they want to do. Everybody's money hungry. People don't have respect for each other. It's a problem here. And these are the things that cause a big problem where the world had to be destroyed before. Just like when Noah was building the ark. God kept telling him to go around and all the true believers, everybody that wanted to come and be a part of what God is putting out here for us, everybody's allowed to come. And he said it was going to rain 40 days and 40 nights. Okay. When Noah was building this ark, so many people was laughing at him and making fun of them, and they kept going by and they were calling that family crazy and that they was whack. But I tell you what, once it started raining, it looked regular to them. They thought everything was fine. But when they started seeing the rain, the levels of the rain, it was something that they wasn't used to. Then they go trying to run, but see, now the ark is getting ready to take off. You're drowning. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what society has out here for us. It paints a pretty picture, just like when you out here worshiping Satan, whether you are aware of it or not. When you're out here, hello, how you doing, Finney? Thank you so much for coming. When you're out here walking everyday travels of your life, do you ever ask God, what can I do for somebody else? What do you want me to do to serve you? Opposed to, oh, thank you so much, Tierra, I appreciate it. What are we doing though? Just think about it, because you got to remember, no matter what we go through, good or bad, is not wasted. If you ever listen to the prayers that they have when they have somebody's funeral, they always say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But God will give you beauty for your ashes. And a lot of times, she said, oh, thank you for speaking to everybody. This pre-retirement. They always say, though I walk through the shadow of death, I shall not fear. You know why? You know why that is said? That's because when you're absent from the body, you're present with the Lord. People not understanding that this body is just a host, because you cannot view the spirit with the naked eye. So it has to be in something. But if you don't get in touch with your spiritual side, and we just worried about new sneakers on some feet, a BBL, 40 double D implants, and that's it. What are you feeding the spirit? You understand what I'm saying? What are you feeding the spirit? Why is everybody so worried about all this material stuff? Have you ever seen anybody, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, real talk. Have you seen anybody like that got material things, whether it be a car, clothes, a house? Have you ever seen anybody in the casket with a Mercedes Benz? You understand? I know when people pass away, you want them to have on decent clothes, maybe a little bit of jewelry. You know how you want to bury your family well. But who you ever seen buried in the casket with a house? Do y'all understand what's going on here? Nobody don't care how big your chest is. I don't care how many muscles you got. What about your spiritual muscles? You understand what I'm saying? Everybody running out here, bugging out, and you're not even paying attention. And stop always asking for God when you're not doing your part. Stop asking. Stop begging and pleading. And then when you get what you want, you forget about Him. It's time to get up and do something about it. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention how you present your spiritual side, because folks ain't doing that. Everybody is worried about running here, running there, spending money on crazy stuff. Don't got no kind of respect for each other. People out here driving crazy up in these cars. The weather ain't right. Look and see what God is trying to tell you. People don't realize that folks lived hundreds of years before us. You think you see something on the news, somebody killed somebody molested a child. Do you actually think this is brand new? Do anybody even know any of the stories in the Bible when King David lusted behind Bathsheba, which was somebody else's wife? And he lusted behind her and ordered her to be with him, and then he got her pregnant and had to cover that up. That was a whole nother lie. He's not going to go talk to Adam and Eve again, I said, in the garden. He's not going to have Noah build another ark. This is it. This is the rapture. This is coming down, y'all. And we all have to do our part. And I keep saying this to people over and over again. You get on the bus, right? There's 9 people on the bus. The driver makes 10. You get on the bus, you're number 11. You're doing something, messing around with your cell phone or whatever, and you look up, everybody's gone. Do you know where you are? Do you know what's happening? Do you know where you're gonna end up at? Because when they say thou shalt not fear no evil, though I walk through the shadow of death, that's because you have to meet your maker by yourself. And if you are a true believer, you're not going to be in fear. You're not going to be afraid. And do you know how many deaths that we already had just for the new year? And I said this to some family last night, and I was talking to a few people here on YouTube. I'm not making certain resolutions for the new year. You know why? Because how can I sit up here and say it's 11:50, I'm going to lose weight? I was fat at 11:50. You understand what I'm saying? In 5 more minutes, what's going to change? And I'm sitting here eating a box of chocolates. Stop playing the game. Stop making false statements about what you're going to do to try to pray. Oh yeah, I'm going to join the gym. Hey, I'm going to do why? If you didn't know it 5 minutes ago, what is the difference now? This is something you should have already been doing. You understand what I'm saying? Why are we trying to impress somebody else when people don't care about nobody? You got to look at what we're doing out here. Everybody's in competition. Everybody's clawing each other eyes out for what? When you die, you can't take it with you. And you didn't do much with it when you were alive. What the heck does somebody need 5 and 6 houses for? And I'm not judging anybody that's wealthy or whatever. They did work their whole life and they got 2 houses. But all of this greed and stuff that we got out here, God give us free will for a reason. And a lot of people that we have, millionaires, trillionaires, if they would be doing what they're supposed to do and listen to God, they could help some of these poor countries out and people can do a lot better. But there's a plan. Less is more. People don't understand less is more. And I can tell you, I have traveled from having mixed race of family to being in the city, 3 and 4 bathrooms in a big house, and then going to the country and help dig out an outhouse. You understand where I'm coming from? You get what I'm trying to tell you. Anything you ate, you were good. You ever notice that these folks here that we got that are living all the way up until they're 90, that's because they're Tonka built. They came from more fresh grains, better food, better beliefs, better air than what we have now. And people don't seem to pay attention to that. I remember a whole lot of stuff with my, certain parts of my family where we had to, you grew your own everything. You got a cow, you raise that cow up. If you do hog, if you like pork, anything. And I can tell you right now, I can dig an outhouse out right now because I know what that's like. I know even in yard where I had family, we walked down the street with a goat. It wasn't uncommon to have a goat walking down the street with a goat. Bag juice. There was no cups to put the juice in. We had a bathroom that was outside. Sometimes there was no water for days. And then you come to the States or living a little bit better and you forget that God is the one that got you there and you don't remember him until you lose one of those things that you consider more valued than somebody else's life. It doesn't make sense. This is why I decided to sit back and really understand so that whatever I'm going through, I've been having some kind of medical stuff going on, and I'm not going to sweat that because I know what my cross to bear is. Do you understand? Sometimes you're going through something to get somebody else through something. Sometimes your suffering is for someone else. Sometimes you go through things because that's something that you're going to change it down the line for your descendants. But the time is right now. It's not tomorrow. I'm talking to you guys right now. I can get up here and just take one step and it's a wrap. How am I going? Do you got your affairs together? Because I know with me, I'm not going to sit here and be running my mouth and doing all this. And then when something happened to me, I leave a burden on my family. Ain't nobody got to pay no bills when I'm not here. Ain't nobody got to pay for no plot for me. A lot of people's wasting a lot of money. Go fund me just to get a chicken sandwich. You understand what I'm saying? If people are not paying attention, go fund me for what? All the money that you've had through your life where you could have put up something and paid for a little insurance policy. Now you leave the rest of that on the rest of the world because you don't got yourself together because when you had it going on, you ignored it. That's the stuff that I keep trying to tell people. Ain't nobody got time. Wait a minute for what? Why can't you do it now? You know what I mean? Go fund me to get some food from Chick-fil-A. People are just running out here begging for money and asking for stuff and don't realize that you're not backing it up right though. A lot of stuff you could have already had for yourself. And I've already told my family when I get a certain age and you guys are living your life, nobody don't have to worry about that. You got to build your life around me. If you with my money and my insurance can pay for me to go to a nice living place somewhere, that's all I ask you is please, even if I end up senile, dementia, any of that, that's all I ask is come and see me sometime. Make sure ain't nobody abusing me, and please preach the word over me if I can't read no more myself. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Life is lifing. Ain't nobody got time for this game here. Every knee must bow on earth and under the earth. Everybody's gonna rise up. And when you meet your maker, ain't nobody. Oh, my aunt. It ain't no gonna be no aunt. Come on. What happened in Solomon Gomorrah? What did he say? Don't look back. What did he say? Don't look back. Because if you're a true believer and you're not going to look back, you can't run back. Because if you got a baby, a grown some people, kids here may not even grow up. You don't know what's planned because you're not paying attention. And you got to be careful too, because I know with a lot of these churches that people go to, some of these Bibles are made by that church. And it's what that word, that pastor or whatever, whoever paying him wants to make sure that they get that word across. And sometimes that's brainwashing. And they got one pastor here that everywhere God's name is, he put his name there. So how do you know that's wrong if you haven't studied the Bible for yourself? This is the stuff that people don't understand. You don't know how to treat people when you get out. Stop laughing all up in people's faces. Stop acting like this C-19 then just disappear just because they didn't open back up. You do not paying attention. Get down and watch and see what the CDD is doing. See what's happening. Don't watch news to allow it to program your mind and have you all messed up in the head. But get out here and learn to be proactive. Pay attention to who the hell you're voting for. You understand what I mean? People get crazy when it comes to politics. People get phony around the holidays. You start from Halloween, Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and then you give it a couple of days and you go back into Walmart or wherever the bank and see the same people that you ran into and they look at you like you crazy. It's all fake. It's a facade. Everybody's playing a whole bunch of game, all this propaganda for the moment. Get somewhere and sit down. Stop running all up in everybody's houses and hanging with everybody and thinking everybody is cool. Pay attention to who you clicking with. Stop letting people come all up in your face. People don't understand that we're living in some times that's worse than ever, but there's been a lot of trash that's already been out here. It's just that people ain't waking up paying attention to it because they don't care, because they don't have the concern. And I got so many people that's quick. I'm atheist. I don't believe. But as soon as something happens, the first thing, and you're like, are you saying God? Are you asking for God for something? And I've been knowing you for 30 years, and you said you don't believe in God. So what make you call him now if he never existed? This is the stuff that people don't understand. You know, they have a couple that's in the Bible, and they wanted a son, and God promised that he was going to give them a son, and they started getting old, and they couldn't wait. So she had her husband sleep with her handmaiden, and he had a son with the handmaiden. And what happened? Those people, that woman and that boy ended up out in the wilderness. People are not paying attention to what's going on, and God uses us all. And people don't realize, even with the 12 disciples, that all of them wasn't perfect. When they were on the travel with Jesus, they were arguing and saying, I'm his favorite, I'm more closer, he liked me more better. And then that wasn't the full travel team. The travel team consisted of prostitutes. They had somebody that killed somebody before. Moses killed somebody before. You understand what I'm saying? People are not paying attention. They only take what they want from the Bible to get a fairy tale story, and then they don't really pay attention to the real stuff that's been happening out here. It's not a game. And like I said before, you can take stuff from different religions, but I don't go to church to get a religion. I go to serve as a fellowship. And sometimes, they always say when two or more touch and agree. Sometimes you can't serve as a fellowship. Sometimes you got to be with God by yourself. I remember times when I used to get off, having a family, and I get off work, and it was led to go spend time with God. If there's a baby in there need a pamper change, you can wait another 5 minutes. I'm in here doing something way bigger than that. The husband wants something on the stove, and you better sit down. God come before any of y'all. I don't give a damn if it's a newborn baby, I'm breastfeeding. What did I say? What did God say? Sit down somewhere and wait your turn. Because we're putting everybody and material things in front of him, and we don't know him until we need something. And then we get what we want, and then we go on our way. But you're going to always need, and we always have that, need, wants, and greeds. God will always give you what you need. So when you ask him for something and you don't see it happening, sometimes it's going to take a minute, and sometimes it ain't meant for you. And what do? You give up your faith. Yes. 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 Yes, that's it. Yes, 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 yes. No, say it. Go ahead. Because you've been studying the Bible. You know what it is. That's why I said we got to do better than this, y'all. Because I have to critique myself. Okay.
When you get what you want, that's God's direction.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't get what you want, that's God's protection.
Exactly. But you feel that if you don't get what you want, that he don't care about you and he's not there for you. Sometimes you don't know. You may say, you know what? I got these shoes.
God planning.
Yes, God.
It's time to go. And
amen.
He's never early. He's never late.
Amen. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know a lot of times folks will ask God for something, and if they don't get what they want, they go into, they let their look. They let their religion and their relationship with God go into crisis. You get what I mean? And they don't realize that he's working in your life on something that he know you needed. You might have been planning to have a daggone heart attack and die, and you want to be mad at him because he didn't give you shoes, but he spared your life. You understand what I mean? Don't go in no store and say, oh, well, I got this and I got blessed. I got lucky. No, you got blessed. You got favor. Favor is undeserved mercy. Faith is the perspective on how you look at things. What are you believing in? And all these different Bibles will have you confused out here. But if you know the word, you know the word. And like I said before, anytime you sit up in any church, please know how to match it up with the scripture. I met this guy and he said, every time I turn around, the pastor would be saying something. And I keep saying, that's not the scripture. That's not the scripture. That story you're saying, you're using the wrong people name. That wasn't the outcome. And you know, they didn't allow him to come back in that church because they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. Thank you so much for dropping in, Misty. I appreciate it. Oh, I got my beautiful woman up in here too. I am so sorry, y'all. We doing some study here and get off in a tangent because we start feeling lifted up. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm not saying that I'm trying to act like I'm super Christian, that I'm not gonna make mistakes, that I don't fall down. Sometimes, y'all, I'm down scraping knee and knuckle. And you know what I do? I ask God to forgive me. I repent and I start again. But what I keep in mind is that just because God is forgiven don't mean that I can keep sinning. So I'm trying to work this out. I done slipped and said a swear today. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not about a game or proving or I'm out Christian you. Even if you are on your walk with God and you have gotten further than me, don't judge me or knock me down. Build me up. Help me out. If you see that I am not where you are, it doesn't make you holier than thou. The pastor is not God. Who are you? Who are you in Christ? Do you understand what it's like to really have a relationship with God? We're investing in the spiritual worth, not know how big this is and my body, my this. We're not talking about that. We're going deeper. And that's the part that a lot of people don't understand, that God is trying to lift up. You understand what I mean? Because all of this right here, this is meant to go. People don't really take none of that serious. When people, and I be listening, I remember when I was a little girl, I listened to what they say when people passed away. And if half the people that was around me, even when I was a child, and some part of my life when I was grown, I didn't understand it because I didn't know God and I didn't know my worth. What do they mean? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. What does that mean? Well, it means that to be absent of the body is to be present with the Lord. The people don't understand the spirit come up out of there. It's not going to suffer. And then people don't understand too that, you know, when you're absent from the body and you're present with the Lord, that don't mean that all them folks is going to heaven. You understand what I'm saying? This got to be sifted through. This is not a game. Hello, how you doing? Oh my gosh, let me stop running my mouth, y'all. I'm sorry. I just get off like that. There's some kind of height and level that I feel when I get that feeling of stuff coming in you. You know what I'm talking about? And you got to, you know, all that. Yeah. I'm serious. I get, like right now, I got something that got me where I'm like, I feel like I'm floating because I'm working on this. And and I mess up and then I get mad at myself. But I know I'm getting somewhere because I look at not how far I got to go, but how far I came. And I have to give myself, because I know another thing too, trying to walk with God and do right and work on your salvation. If when you tell God, when you ask God to forgive you, he forgets that as far as the east is from the west. But if you are still stressing out over it, that means that you're not processed properly in his healing and his understanding. And I suffer with that a lot. So I feel that I'm not receiving him properly if I'm back, keep going back. And that's one thing about time. You can't change it. You can't get it back. You know what I mean? And if you mess around and deal with regret will eat you up like a cancer. That's not a good feeling to have. And I'm going to stop talking, y'all, because I want to read something y'all saying, because I'm on fire here. And I got a family member, and we've been studying, we've been making sure that we get a whole bunch of different Bibles to look at when it says certain stuff so that we'll know that doesn't match up. Is that, yes.
Because it depends on which translation.
Exactly.
They're not using any words from anybody.
Yes.
Something's up.
You know something is wrong.
Even if they did them for a season, if they change one word in what they say, and that word has to
match up.
Still have to be with what the original verse.
Absolutely.
At the time I was listening to the pastor, and he said something about a foe. But then the verse I read said enemy, but then when I searched it up, it turns out those two are pretty much the same. So
yes, and you got
saying the right stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you looking at the Bible, if he's telling you to go to Jeremiah, and when you go into Jeremiah, you have to make sure Proverbs. You have to make sure that you are in sync with what it's saying. And your pastor, if you with a pastor or if you with a study group, and sometimes you got to get 3 and 4 Bibles and figure out, well, you know what? That seemed like a man-made Bible because none of that stuff matches up with the word. If you're looking under Daniel and then the pastor saying something totally different, you got to realize that, you know what, that might not be in the right church here now, because I don't care if all the whole congregation, because they all reading the same Bible, that I might be the only one that realize that, you know, God lifting me up out of here, because this ain't really a church. The place ain't even anointed. Should I even be here? Sometimes you got to know that you know. Let me stop. I know went in. Ooh, I know went in. I can't help it. It just get like that some of the times when you want to just, you know, release it out. Let me see what Miss Woman is saying here. Yeah, she said involved. Because you see not the love of the truth that they might be saved. Amen, Miss 50. Amen, Miss 50. And Patty said, I always heard it said, there is no Trevor hitch on a hearse. Amen. I keep trying to tell people, when you see a hearse, you don't see a U-Haul behind it. And people use that cliche on a regular basis, but it is the truth. And that's why I always say, you know, because everybody always said it that way. And that's why I always say that, you know, people may be buried in their best suit. Somebody want to keep on their wedding rings. They want a wig on or makeup and all that. But have you ever seen anybody that's house that you cherish over people's lives, over your relationship with God? Has anybody ever put a house inside of a casket? Or that favorite car that you cherish more than even serving the Lord? And I keep trying to tell people, you run around here and you're bowing, you're jumping and hopping all around. I'm not bowing to kiss nobody's ring. I'm not disrespecting the Pope and people that's into that type of thing. That's not how I get down. And like I said, I don't require nobody to bow to me. The only time anybody's ever bowed to me is to ask my hand in marriage. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not that high up to where I'm gonna want somebody to go down here and like they're underneath me, like I'm so much better than people, because that's not who God is. And all these people and these church figures, all these bishops and deacons and stuff, that ain't God. They're not God. And so many people go to church for them, for them. And they just scuffling all around and don't even realize that you're not even in a holy place. You know, you're not standing in anything that's proper, because you don't know and you're in with the crowd. Let me go back and stop. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. She says, so treasures on earth. Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am, Miss 50. Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what we're saying. And that's the whole problem with people, is they're worried about material things. He said, bless and hope everyone lives in the favor of his blessing. Amen, amen, amen. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. That's the stuff that I'm saying. Thank you so much, you guys, because y'all really putting it down. Y'all really are putting it down. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Miss 50. Thank you, Patty. I'm telling you, y'all. You know, you got to raise up the roof somewhere when you speaking about God. You got to shout to the top of your lungs, honey. You got to let people know, yes, I am. Because when you're out, people want to see the God in you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to protect your spiritual side, and a lot of people don't do that. They get out here in the streets, because I do it too. I'm gonna keep it 100. I have done it several times where I done sat here and I done told this story, and I got many more of them to tell, that I done set up in here. And you know, and I remember a time that me and a family member had, you know, you got a church program going, and you know, you read a few scriptures and you get out there and head to your destination. And we was in the car, we got out the car, and we noticed that, you know, we was prepping ourselves, putting our mask on and wear gloves and that type of stuff. And some man was looking at us, and I said to my family member, well, what is he looking at? And she was like, yeah, they're just people just being nosy. And we just got through. Now listen, we done just got through raising the roof and praise the Lord. What happened that quick? The devil got your butt because you wasn't right. You messed up. I mean, we quickly we quickly got ourselves together, but guess what we was doing? We was acting in the flesh. Because nobody is going to be 100% perfect, because that doesn't exist. But I tell you what, super Christian ain't going to judge me, though. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. I can honestly say that if anything like that goes wrong and inappropriate, I know for a fact that God is going to be the one to let me know what time it is. And sometimes when you're around people, like I said, maybe they process something a little bit different, and they're a little bit more on their journey with God than you, but that does not make them better than you. If anything, they should help you. And they always say that too, like about a lot of women. Whenever you see a woman, you know, and her crown is crooked, you know, fix it for her. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't have that same kind of respect for each other because everybody's in the fashion show here, especially when you go to a place that's supposed to be anointed. I don't understand how people do that though. It makes me wonder how did you get that mixed up when you know that you're in church and you're looking at the pastor as if he's God, but you already know that you can't see God with the naked eye. So if you're looking at this man, how can you jump on that and start praising this man when you know that he's not God? He may be used as a vessel, but he's not God. And I got this new pastor that I've been following, and he believes in going by the Old Testament. I'm talking about back brimstone, deep, 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 where if you get married, you can only get married one time and there's no divorce. Men can't wear sneakers, jeans. Women, they can't really show their hair, and this is not necessarily dressing like Muslims and different religions like that. Women can only wear in men jewelry, which is their wedding bands. And I don't even think people are allowed to wear crosses. You can't wear nothing, above your knee. You can't have tattoos. If you got somebody, and I'm going to be very bold here, and I don't want nobody to misunderstand me, but if you got somebody that that's in the same sex relationships, you're not supposed to have nothing to do with them, whether it's your own kids or not, co-worker. And I look at this, and I don't, certain things, and I'm not saying what he's doing, saying is wrong, but some of those things is not what I'm practicing in my life because I can't speak for someone else and what they decide to do in anything in their life. The only thing you can do if you are a parent, a grandparent, try to raise your kids to believe in God and family members. You understand what I mean? The real deal. And other than that, it's none of your business what other people do. If you're going to work somewhere and you have a co-worker that's in the same sex relationship or your supervisor, what you going to do? Quit your job? That has nothing to do with you. But this person is deep. This stuff is so deep to where a lot of that stuff, I'm not going to, I don't practice it that way. You know what I mean? And I got this man that I know that work at Walmart, and he started talking to me one day, and he said that, in no disrespect to anybody, because y'all know Jehovah and all of that's in the Bible and all that type of stuff. And he was saying that his son, I don't know if his son was a minor or adult, but he said that his son has a blood disorder and that he can't give him any blood. Yep, God loves everybody. Yes, Black Widow. Yes, he does. And he said that he can't give his son no blood. So if God doesn't, basically heal him, that he's going to pass away, and they all accept that because that's how their religion is. And that's why I keep saying too about, yes, God does love everybody, Black Widow. So with this man and how he's, how he has his church running, certain things like that, I'm not with that. And then I also feel like with the person that told me, which is none of my business, that his son is not going to get a blood transfusion because they found a match. He was a match for his own son, but they chose not to because of their religion. I wouldn't have done that, but that don't make him right or wrong, or it doesn't make me right or wrong. We're just doing things in a different way. So I don't judge anybody, but I'm just saying with this particular pastor, that's why I keep saying to people, it's important for you to look out here and see what's going on. Because a lot of times when you sit back, you got to understand who God is yourself, but you got to make sure you ain't making up stuff either. Because a lot of times we don't know the difference between our thoughts and God's voice. So sometimes we're willing something to be a certain way, and I heard from the Lord. I heard, yeah, and That's because that's what you want it to be. So I realized with that, and then I'm looking at different pastors and different people, and I'm trying to get to understand. She said, the pastor is going to judge me. See, that's the whole thing. No, the pastor will judge you if you got the wrong one. They will try to, but they won't. But see, if you brainwashed up in there, you're going to be scraping knee and knuckle. You know what I mean? But there's that's the whole thing that I keep saying, that there's nobody here can judge you. I don't even care if you have the courthouse and the judge and jury. That's still not over God. That's a fleshly command. You get what I'm trying to say? But when it comes to God, it's a different story. And a lot of people don't even understand that a lot of these requirements that people have to be right with God, a man is telling you what you can and can't do when you need to go to him and understand that yourself. Yes, ma'am. I just can't do that. What are you supposed to do? I mean, really, and no disrespect. Because if you ever notice, like back in the days with folks, if you have somebody that's in the same sex marriage, or if you have somebody that's really into church but they got a problem with cigarettes. Sometimes it's not that God wants you to be getting high, drinking, or smoking, but he understands what your problem is. And once again, everybody in church ain't saved, and a lot of people that you think going to heaven ain't going to heaven, because see, we're so quick to judge people by what we feel that is acceptable, opposed to us leaving that in God's hand. And that's when we get into that judgy stuff, where people are trying to tell you what to do. And I know I've been to places where, and I'm gonna tell you, I even recently have said that there's some issues out here. And I was talking about with the women and stuff, disrobing themselves inappropriately, even just here on YT. And I just seen a woman here. She had posted some Instagram pictures. I think her son, and I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm just gonna be raw. She was at the son's school, and he was graduating from kindergarten, and she went there wearing a crop top, some tight leggings with no underwear on and all that kind of stuff at a place like that. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think that that's appropriate, but see, that ain't none of my business. But you, come on, we already know what time it is. You're going to a school like that. You know what I mean? And they already have dress codes for the kids to wear uniforms and stuff. So I feel that anybody come up in there need to be dressed properly. Just like with the church. You may not have the best of clothes, but I tell you what, I'm not going to church with no bra top and no Daisy Dukes on. And I'm not judging anybody, but I think that, you have to pull yourself together. And a lot of times when you have people that come, dressed inappropriate for church, instead of turning them away, help them out. You got some spare clothes or something. You remember that lost and found box? Find something so that they can come and attend, and then you just let them know to get their attire together. But these people that are dressing up, that's supposed to be the ones that saved and sanctified, a lot of them are coming to church with all this tight stuff on, these big old crazy hats, all this pounds of jewelry on, high heels, silk stockings, and well, who is she? The first lady. Oh, you see? The first lady. The first lady is the one that you're looking over like that. And then another thing too that I noticed about with these first ladies, a lot of them, they can't even preach 2 or 3 scriptures because they're so worried about how big their hat is, and they can't even fill in the gap from their husband. You know what I mean? A lot of them are not who they say they are either. They're wearing the clothes and they talking the talk, but can they walk the walk? You know what I mean? Because a lot of that stuff ain't right. I don't even understand, like, even with a lot of these churches, why they so elaborate with having the building just overflowing with furnishings, and then you have people in your congregation that need a little bit of help, and you're not even checking on these people to see if they need any help. You're more worried about getting a new $3,000 or $4,000 chandelier, and you got a family over here that's telling the church from a shelter. It's just still multitasking. I know that's right, Miss Lynn. I promise you, there's a lot of stuff that we got going on here. And like I was telling Miss Lynn here the other day, a lot of times when you get up here on this YT and even in person, and you talk to people, like I'll just say, for instance, like I'll just say, well, I'll just say it like this. A woman was saying that her mother is 90 years old, and she went in the hospital and they thought she wasn't gonna make it, and she made it. And you got a lot of people, yes, praise the Lord, in the comment section here on YT. Praise the Lord. Yes, Jesus, won't he do it? Yes, amen. The da 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 da. They're saying all of that stuff. But when you pull out a Bible right quick, or start quoting the Bible and scriptures, you see the difference of how people act and how quick the room clears out. Hey, Judy, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. You see what's really happening, because you can tell that people are not really who they say they are, because they don't want to be bothered with it. You understand that maybe the word ain't for them, but if you are deep in a conversation with someone right here, right now, and they're hanging in there talking with you, and as long as you talking about getting a new living room set and I hit a scratch ticket, their ears is buzzing. As soon as you start talking about something in the Bible, like getting into scriptures, not just quoting some scriptures or just saying, praise the Lord, yeah, amen, yeah, Jesus is going to do it, hey, you saying all that, they're good. But when you start saying, let's read the story of Moses, I'm just saying, for example, you can tell how many people dropped off, how quiet it got, because you can tell how far they're willing to go on this journey. And you can tell that those people that been rocking with you, which ones that flee off because you're going further than they want to be bothered with, because they have scripted words that they say that make it look like they are believers. And then when you start, and I'm not saying that somebody came on a YouTube page for me to act like I'm coming in here preaching to somebody. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying elaborating on the word a little bit more than what we usually do. And once again, I don't come on here to preach to anybody. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I promise you, I'm trying to learn and do the best I can. And ain't nobody perfect. I do not want to be super Christian. I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect, but I know that I am a believer. And like I said before, I'm not living just to live this life. I want to live to eternity. And if I don't go through what these storms are, I can't make it to heaven, because you got to go through something to get to something. You understand what I'm saying? And with that being said, a lot of people is not prepared to do the work. A lot of people is not prepared to do the work. A lot of times people ain't willing to do the work and study the Bible themselves. They want to go and see some dressed up preacher preach it to them when they need to learn some stuff individually on their own. A lot of people don't do any studying. They just figure, I'll go get the word. Okay, you go get the word, right? You're all up in church, hopped up, happy, and then as soon as you leave the church and you go back to your, regular whatever you do, what are you carrying anything with you? Are you going to read the Bible? Do you feel like you only have to go to church on Sunday? I don't understand a lot of this kind of stuff, because I realize people are picking their own religion. And I mean, there's certain stuff that you got to pay attention to, what you listen to, obviously, if you're up under the wrong people, or maybe even reading the wrong Bible. But you can't make stuff be the way you want it to be, so that you can say, well, you know what, yeah, I do this. No, it ain't I do nothing. It's what God tell you to do. And when you sit up here and make up stuff yourself, because I told you, I got to knock myself down constantly, and a lot of times I'm in my own way, and it's not the world. You can't blame somebody else. It's you. You got to think about certain things that you're doing. Are you being selfish? I remember hearing this girl here, and she don't know that I heard her, but she was flipping out about her life, and she kept saying stuff like, what the hell, on the phone? What the hell, talking like that? What am I supposed to do? If I come move down there with you, I'm not going to be able to afford no rent. I'm not going to have a job. What am I supposed to do? Everything is falling apart. My income is messed up. My car is broke. I just had an accident. Somebody pressed charges on me. And she just yelling, and no disrespect, because obviously those are valid things for anybody to be upset over. But what she's not paying attention to is that she brought all of that on herself. You understand? Staying high all the time. And I'm not judging anybody that's at a time that they need to recover. I'm just saying, this person, I don't know them personally, but I've seen how they get down. And I said, I would love to go over there and help her, but she's not ready to receive any help, because she's not at a stage where she wants to listen. And first of all, what you got to do when you're in situations like that, start doing something different than what you're doing that doesn't work. That could be the simplest thing to start off. I don't give a dag if you smoke cigarettes. You smoke 5 a day. Try to see if you can cut down to 1, and keep seeing what you can do with that. When you swear, try to critique yourself, because I do this for myself all the time. And I realized all of the stuff that she was talking about is because she's been, rocking with the devil, worshiping the devil. And that's the reason why things are falling apart. And things can happen to you like that when you're walking with God. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. She's not trying to do any kind of work at all. Because see, God may not get you out of certain things, but He'll get you through it. And it could be some of the worst atrocities that we can imagine. And we always say God works miracles. And why would He? But see, first of all, if we knew everything, we wouldn't need God. First of all, because people are too full of themselves as it is. And secondly, there's things that has to happen. What happened to Jesus when He was on the cross? Wasn't He between two sinners? And what did He tell the sinners? They were forgiven. He brought them with Him. Do you understand what I'm saying? He will meet you where you at. That's why you got to look at it. When Mary, boy, this is some serious stuff, y'all. When Mary was pregnant with Jesus, why do you think this is King of Kings, Lord of Lords? Why would the Lord of Lords be born in the manger? What does that mean? Do you understand? And I always go back to, He will meet you where you're at. It does not have anything to do with wealth and material things. That's what that means to me, and a whole lot more. That's just one of the definitions that I'm using to explain what that means to me. Why? And also, He had to be, obviously hidden away and protected and things of that too. But I'm just saying, why would they pick a manger? where animals and animals are important too, but out of the wealth. You understand? You remember Pharaoh, all of them had all this money and carrying on. You get what I'm saying? Just like with Jesus when they was going to take him to the cross. He said, do you know that I could, have a thousand legions of angels to stop this from happening, but thy will shall be done. And he did say, he said, Father, if it's possible, can you take this cup from me? Because he was feeling it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everybody don't understand these kind of things. This is human. This is life. You get what I mean? And people don't pay attention to that. And he asked that because it was something that was part of the pressure that he was under, under trial. And he knew that he had to do it, so he said, thy will be done. And that went on in that kind of way, but a lot of people don't know how to take those type of situations and apply it in their everyday life, because a lot of that stuff will give you answers and clarity. We don't have to have somebody pull a rabbit out of a hat to believe in God or to believe in miracles, but we also know that just because God is giving us certain things, we got to do our part too, and work it out. And a lot of people don't realize that. They think anytime that they want something that you just pray and just let it go down like that. You gotta be a part and proactive in what you want to happen and what the change is going to be in your own life. Because I see a lot of people don't understand when people on drugs. How far do you go though? Just think about it. If you got somebody in your family, and I'm gonna go deep. If you got somebody in your family that's addicted to alcohol, crack, heroin, you got people that's addicted to food, hoarding, what do you do with those sick family members? What do you do to help them out so that you're not aiding them in what they're doing? How long do you hold up the torch for them before you got to cut it loose? Just think about it. And when you don't know what to do with stuff like that, you go in the Bible and it definitely will tell you what to do. But honestly, what do you do when is enough is enough? And I always said that. They say, when is it time to leave? I always say when it's impossible to stay, because you're going to have a certain amount of time that this thing is going to get bigger than what you can control. And then most of all, you're trying to do it without God, so you're definitely not going to be successful. I just watched this lady on here, and her husband decide, in his 50s, whatever happened in his, oh, I know what it was. He was molested as a child, and in his 50s, I guess it hit him worse than ever, and he became addicted to crack cocaine. And he's in the house all crazed up, high, and everybody just keep walking on eggshells and keep on letting him do what he want to do. Everything is falling apart in the house. So if you go to the Bible and look for scripture and you pray to God, what do you think he's going to tell you to do? How long do he wants you to keep on going with this situation? Well, this is my husband. This is my dad. I can't just turn my back on them. Okay, then, all right. Husband, dad. You can't turn on your back on them, but what are you doing to help them? And then the guy, it was so sad because the guy was type 1 diabetic, and he wasn't taking no insulin at all. And he's smoking this crack and not eating and binging 3 or 4 days, writing all on the walls and through the whole house and stuff. Those drugs bring you up under demonic pressure as well. A lot of people don't pay attention to that type of stuff. How long do you do it though before it destroys the whole house? What are you doing to help them if they're around the house and they're getting high constantly? And then in some cases, because even with him, eventually his money's going to run out. And then what's going to happen? He's going to start stealing money from the wife, start stealing the car, start selling stuff. So how long do you let that go on? And a lot of people don't seem to understand that, there's something has to be done about it. But if you don't know how to do it, because I keep telling folks that sometimes you cannot make a head decision with your heart. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Those situations like that, you have to let it be. And even they got a story in the Bible where a man was sick and he couldn't walk. He would just lay there. They had they had like a ocean, a pool area, in some kind of way they worded it. And he would lay there, and they said there's a certain time of year that if you come and you get in the water, you will be blessed. And the man, that's all he did was, every time I go to the pool, nobody would help me get in. That's all he would do was complain about that. But he wanted a miracle to be blessed. And that's all he would do is just keep going there and lay there and complain about nobody helps him get in to get in so that he can get the blessing. And God finally told him, get up, make up your bed, and go home. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't playing that no more. So what is that saying to you about the drug thing and the da 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 da? Anybody following me? If anybody's still here, you get what I'm saying? What is that telling you? And if you and what is the stories too, Sally? There you was reading from the Bible about the pig and all that. People don't understand. God will shut you down, and He will use.
If
Yes.
you go back,
What did He say?
oh, that was about a few part too. It's better if you didn't know the word of God at all than to know it and then get back into sin, because then you'll end up being like a washed pig going back to the mud.
And you see how that is? And see, and the words that He used was straight up layman terms. And that is real scripture in the Bible about, not doing what God say and wallowing in the mud like a pig. And these words are blatantly in the Bible like that. And a lot of times people don't understand, yes, the translation. That's exactly, yes, the English.
Translation you read.
Yes, yes. And a lot of, yes. See,
Close. Like Jewish and all Hebrew and all.
yes. And,
Yeah, it's an English version and it says all that. Yeah.
yeah, and see that's the whole thing. A lot of times people don't understand, the Hebrew when they're reading the Bible and in certain languages. So when you get the Amplified Bible, that it gives you more clarity and it gives you a definition of what they actually mean. It ain't no joke. He ain't playing with it. All this stuff ain't no. Yeah, yeah. You're being a.
Don't get into sin again.
That's right. If you know the right thing to do, to don't get in sin again. And see, that's the thing with people.
Word of God, and then you got right back in it. You're pretty much like they said, a washed pig going back to the mud.
Yeah.
And then something else about a dog and vomit or something.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that all of this stuff in the Bible is not cushiony. God will shut you down. You know what I mean? And he ain't got to come all this kind of way. He will let you know what time it is. And a lot of people always think that like stuff that we go through is just from the devil. No, it's not. Sometimes God lets you stew in your own mess. Sometimes you have to go through something to get to something. And like I said before, He may not get you out of it, but He will get you through it. But he's not necessarily.
Pray for him to get you through stuff.
Exactly. Because a lot of times people don't realize that certain stuff.
That's his plan.
Yeah.
To go to something hard to get to something better.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People don't understand that that's our cross to bear. And I always say to people that there's no way that you can live in this life and never experience pain. It's impossible. It's impossible.
That's like
Yeah.
the Bible doesn't promise you that you're going to go through life without having any trouble.
Exactly. And another thing too is that how are you going to be able to go to heaven and be able to be what you're supposed to be to live in heaven when you haven't experienced anything? See, when you go through stuff, it's a teaching, and I don't care what nobody say. When you go through stuff in life, even if you want to ignore it, yeah, yeah. Even if you make that same mistake again, after a while, there's a learning process, and then some people keep falling on their own sword. She says, "Still here, yeah." You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, sis. It's a reason for what we're going through, and I don't understand. People don't get it either because this is not the paradise once again, and people just seem to think that it's all about getting what you want, and if you don't get what you want, you don't have a good life. And I realize that the life that we're living right now, this is not what was promised to us. But at the same time, there's a lot of good in it. But see, you can't be up when you're up and down when you're down. You have to praise Him all through it all, up, down, sideways, in the middle. And when you're in the midst of the storm, that's when you call out for Him, not just because, oh, I just got, the money and approved for a loan to buy a house, so you're happy. And then as soon as one thing happened, you're back down. You can't do your faith like a yo-yo. You got to start trying to get solid with it if you want it to work on you. Now, I know a lot of us are going to be up and down with a lot of stuff, but you have to get to a point at some time and process it and walk and live in it, because it's not going to hold up if you don't do it. It's just like any kind of stuff that you got going on. Even if you're trying to learn how to cook, you got to keep trying. When you show a child how to tie their shoe, they got to keep practicing. When the child learns how to ride a bike, they're gonna fall down and skin up their knees, elbows. That's the process. And people don't understand. And I always say sometimes you got to take it easy. You can be slow and steady or fast and fail. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to tiptoe through the tulips. And once again, I always say it with the rose is a beautiful flower. It represents romance, but every rose has a thorn. Love and hate will never be friends until we get to paradise. God and working on it. And you know, we clown around here because we was just in here talking earlier, me and one of my family members, and I was goofing off, and they was just saying, you know, we trying to get right. You can't be doing that. You see what I mean? Running this mouth up. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not in denial, y'all. I'm not perpetrating the fraud. I'm not faking the funk. I'm not being phony. I'm calling it out for what it is because I got to face myself at the end of the day, no matter what everybody else is doing. And even with me saying, sitting here with different family members, and we working on the word, they may be more better at it than me, and I think I'm going to heaven, and I'm going to the other way. You can't be too prideful about stuff, too haughty with it. You know what I mean? You got to know that you know, and how do you learn? You got to practice. You got to meditate, and sometimes people don't realize too that when you're going through 30 seconds. No, it's too much. It's melting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably when you go further down. But a lot of times we got to get out here and see what we're looking for. You know what I mean? Because I noticed too, y'all, and I'm going to keep it real. When I had an actual channel here on YT, I had used a lot of choice words. I'm going to be honest. I was raw, ghetto, gutter, all of that. Swearing, cussing worse than the sailor. And that channel was growing. I mean, that channel went off. I was, getting past, a certain mark of people where I was getting up to some very higher numbers. And I noticed that when I decided to change what I was doing, and the reason why I stopped too is because I don't know how to explain it to you, but it was God that basically didn't want me to, and this wasn't just what's up, brother? Man. Good. Chilling back. What you doing? Yeah, just talking it up. And I realized that wasn't a good that wasn't a good option for me. So I had to change it up. And I promise you, I was doing reviews. I mean, I was talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. I would talk about like reviewing the rich and famous people. I was doing reviews for like the show called Love and Hip Hop and all of those shows, but I wasn't just cussing like a sailor. I went in ghetto hardcore. And when I say ghetto, I don't mean any terminology to speak on anybody's neighborhood or their wealth or lack of. I'm talking about period language, dysfunctional language. And it was I'm gonna tell you, it was off the chain. And I'm gonna look and see one day if I got those videos so y'all can hear. And it's not even about, just show off or anything like that. I remember one of the videos that I put up, I was doing a review. They were doing a love and hip hop. I forgot, what do they call that when the people come to the show? What they call it when they come and sit down and talk. And they be on the talk show. Yeah, and then when they do the review, not the review, what they call the show, the reunions, what do they call those? Yeah. Yeah, and they had the people from the show on. I did, and it's so weird too because Cardi B, and I'm not trying to talk about her because I don't follow her or nothing, but she was on this certain segment reunion, and I was talking about her, and this is before she got famous as she is now, and I was talking about her and several others, and I promise you, I had that video. As soon as I started doing the video, I promise you, I don't even know if it was 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I had like 1,500 views. And it wasn't somebody's peeping and watch hour. Not all that people was watching it through. Do you understand what I'm saying? And even after I did this, people went back and comment after and leaving me long paragraphs. And it was off the chain, fire. And I promise you, I did a whole bunch of those. and I was cussing. I'm talking about going all up to the H house and the F town and all that. Y'all, listen, I went all the way in, and I promise you that so many people love more of the negative than they do the positive. Certain ones anyway. You get what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people that have actual big channels out here and they don't, curse at all or anything like that. But what I've been noticing that in the world today and the way things is going, you got to really be good at your craft and you got to be able to meet the right people to have the right crowd flow with you, because a lot of times folks are basically interested in the downside of things. A lot of people are not really into if you find the right crowd, you're good. But a lot of times people don't they want to hear the drama. They want to hear the bull. Just like with me in my life. I don't um I don't go around like with the news. I want to be proactive. I want to understand what's going on and know what I know, but I don't allow the news to program me. I don't want to always be in the news to hear something negative and all that. So what I do is I look to see what I need to know and then I back it all the way up, because I don't want to live in fear and dysfunction and caught out there. So I've been learning too with the news to watch what I watch and listen to what I'm hearing, because sometimes we get out here in the world and we get programmed and then we don't know how to make a turn back to where we need to be going, and we get totally brainwashed. So by me paying attention and staying proactive and just get enough information to be okay, that works for me opposed to getting in it. But I'm gonna tell you, y'all, I decided when I had told the folks that I wasn't gonna when I wasn't gonna be doing the commentary like that anymore. I'm gonna be doing it, but I'm not gonna be cussing and I'm not gonna be turning up. And the people that I was working with, because this was real business here, because I was at 6,000 going up, growing quick to 10,000 people. And then when I told the folks what I was gonna do, and I left, mostly the majority of the people went with the person, the persons that I was working with, because they wanted that grind, that back page. You get what I mean? And I just started doing Rruk, and I've been fine ever since then. I don't even care about it. If I'm on here with, thank you so much, Guru. Even if I'm on here and I only have 5 people and never got monetized or anything like that, you know what? Like I said before, the friendships are priceless. And there's a lot of pastors that I listen to that I would like to play some of this, while I'm doing these I mean, not these hauls, because I do hauls too, but while I'm doing some of these lives. But I don't want to do a copyright to disrespect these people and take credit for them. But I don't care what YouTube say. If I'm allowed to play it, I don't care if I don't get paid. I don't care if I monetize and have to not get paid. God's word is free. You get what I'm trying to say? Real talk. So I only watch the news. Yes, me too. Pre-retirement. And I appreciate you still being here, Guru, because I'll be going in over here. But I promise you, the people that I thought, now you got to remember, the people that I thought that was with me, I think maybe at that point before I changed it over to Rruk. And mind you, when I started doing this, I had an actual channel. Right now, this is what I call a hangout spot, but I had an actual channel and I was doing all kinds of vlogging with my family, holidays, when we're out to eat and all that kind of stuff. I was doing the thing there. But when I decided to change up my dialogue and what I was saying, I believe when I left there, 1,000 people that was my real folks came with me to Rruk, and the rest of whatever numbers y'all see posted, which is not a lot. It's like 3,000 and some people. These are people that I just say all of those people, the majority of the 3,000 people that I have now, actually it's a little over 3,000. I built it myself. And then when I met, new people and joined the club a little bit here, I probably got a good maybe 10 new people that's been the best people that I've ever met on YT, which is, a lot of you guys that's in the live right now. But I had already been somewhere before I came here. And I remember one lady that she tried to jump on me with oh, so if I come around and hang around you, I'll get a bunch of subscribers and I'll make money. And I said, you know what? I said, that's not what I'm here for. You do what you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what she did? She went and posted me. She dropped my link. Anytime I go to her live, she dropped my links and let them know how many subscribers I got, to let them know that if they with me, that's how I got built up. And that's not even what happened there. And I can tell that this person is taking off, they running wild and they looking for money. And once again, you don't want to build your house on sand, because I can see that this woman, when I seen her, when I first seen her, she only had like 1,000 subscribers. Now she up to 500, but you're not monetized though. See, we're talking about ghosts and skeletons. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? When you're greed. And the thing is, you got to look at all of us. And I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. And I know that you got different people that watch at different times. Because, like with me, for instance, I got certain people that watch my hauls. I got certain people that watch, a little bit of cooking that I do. And then I got some people that watch the lives. Some people from the lives never go over to those, to watch any of those videos, and vice versa. So it's a different type of crowd. But I tell you, out of the amount of subscribers I got, which is not many, if all of these people was really down with me, I should be buzzing. Even with, not to be disrespectful, but even with me, I've watched sometimes when I do my lives, I watch how many people are with me. And soon as somebody, other people come on with a bigger channel or bigger numbers, I watch how people fly off. And see, with me, I don't do that. If I'm doing a live or I'm on somebody else's live and I'm getting ready to set up my own, I still back you up. Nobody's greater by numbers. I don't look at people as numbers. I look at myself as being lucky enough for me to have people that care enough about me to spend their time with me when they got families. We all only got 24 hours in the day. That's why I keep saying that these friendships are priceless. There's nothing wrong with getting on YouTube, you watching it, watch hours, you trying to make money, you trying to get there. That's not what I mean though. Do that and enjoy it. But remember what's more important though. Because if you don't build the right kind of friendships with these people so that they can help you grow, you're going to build your house on sand. You understand what I'm saying? And what I realized with the people that I was dealing with back then, all of them really wasn't with me on a positive note. They were fine as long as I was being negative. But once I started, letting them see that I'm walking with God and I'm trying to do things a certain way, people changed up on me quick, which was a blessing in disguise, because I realized I didn't need none of them anyway, and I was in the wrong standing. So once I got from over there and I started doing this with Rruk, I got a lot of people that seemed to misunderstand me. Just because I'm a part of something with a group does not mean that that group made me better, and it's added to what I've already had growing. But I am somebody and I do stand alone in a lot of things. And even if you got people that's referring you and help build you up, you still have to maintain it. You still have to move the crowd. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't got the right kind of content, it don't matter who sends somebody your way. After a while, people gonna be like, when I go over there, they don't hardly do no videos. They don't never ever show up and do nothing. So after a while, they stop watching you. So whatever you do, you got to keep this train moving. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, he says, life is life. And yes, sir, Adam. Know the difference and set the priorities right. Absolutely, absolutely. Because I'm gonna tell you, y'all, I'm gonna see if I got some of them videos put up, and if y'all heard me, you're gonna be like, it sounds like her, but dang, what the heck? It was not God talking to me. Because see, I thought, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth now. This is a hard cookie to crumble, y'all, because this is how I was looking at it when I was behaving that way and still trying. This is one of my girls doing her live.
Thanks everyone. Wait a minute. Wait.
Shout out, y'all. Y'all go over there and raid Alfie. Raid. But anyway, see, I got her running now while I'm doing this, but I thought that this is how I can do it. And in a way, I see a lot. You ever notice, and I'm not trying to say that I'm no famous actress, but just think about it. I thought when I was doing this that I could say that I'm doing this business-wise. Hello again. Oh, okay. I thought that I could say, well, you know what? I'm doing this business-wise. Hey, Adam, how are you? Thank you so much. You told me you was going to stop back through, and I appreciate you, brother. I really do. I hope you don't mind me calling you that. I just be saying that. It don't mean, well, you my brother. Shoot. My brother. But yeah, so I thought that, and I know this sounds kind of weird, but I thought that I could do that in the same way that people do that, they act. You get what I mean? I'm talking about me talking like that would, I could act that out because that wouldn't be a part of what my real life is. You get what I'm saying? And I realized that for some reason, for me, God didn't want it to be that way. Now, because let's just be honest. How many actors do we have that play criminals and all kinds of stuff like that and curse and do whatever? They're in bed with 3 or 4 different women, but they're happily married to their wife in real life. That's how I was looking at doing the commentary with that type of language. But for some reason, God wasn't going to allow me to do that. So I had to, I had to let it go. And a lot of people are doing that. And like I said, I don't consider myself as no actress, but I thought that I could do that on the business level and be good. But for some reason, God just was telling me that that's not how to do it. So I had let all of that go, and I'm here now. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to, make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm not, messing up my salvation with God by, talking the wrong way or behaving the wrong way. But actors and stuff, they do that type of stuff all the time. Some people have a role, especially like in soap operas, where they do the same thing consistently for 50 something years. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, but God just, I don't know. He just was telling me that not to use that language. So I had to let it go. And a lot of people don't understand that, but it's just, I guess that wasn't meant for me to do that. And once again, I'm happy with what I'm doing right now because, like I said before, I don't want to be loved by everybody. I just want to be loved. You know what I mean? And if it be where I'm on here and I'm sitting on here and I only have 6 people, that's a lot. You get what I'm saying? So that'll be enough for me. Just to be able to have some good people to have friendships with than to worry about anything far as monetary gain. And like y'all and many other people, we all have other sources of income before we ever knew what YouTube was. You get what I'm saying? And I'd like to bank on that. Because if it wasn't for me having income or jobs, I wouldn't even be able to have internet to come on to YouTube. So I came from somewhere like we all do. And don't lose your head over it. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing, but don't sweat the small stuff. Because money and power does not equal respect. And I learned that the hard way. A lot of people are worried about monetary gain over real, true relationships. Excuse me, in real money. You get what I mean? Because all money ain't good money. And I promise you, I know so many people that have lost their lives, their families, over greed of money. Glutton, you know what I mean? Glutton. And a lot of people don't like to face off to the fact of that, but it's true. Because you go so far with something, and if you don't have things locked down in the right perspective, it can ruin your life. And I know so many people that have been ruined because of money and greed. The raid. Who that? What happened, Mr. Rob? How you doing? He coming over. I told everybody to go raid y'all over there. It's time for the raid, bro. What's that going on there? So you big up on for sales. What's happening? I like the way you've been doing the lives, and I remember when you first started coming to check me out. Remember I was telling you when you eat, don't you remember you used to say, well, I want to get off now because I'm get ready to eat. Remember I said, keep on, keep going as long as you can and eat. Do a mukbang. Come on, get it in. And you've been doing good, and you be finding some good food, bro. I'd be like, what is he eating? Where can I find that at? You already know it's all good. And I thank you so much for coming because I just got through. Alvy came over here earlier, and I just got through making a comment. Also, I got Joel got something going live, so I'm checking him out. And if y'all want to go over there and raid him too, we just doing it up. You know how we do. We all got to ride for one another and keep it $1.50. And I'm so glad that you can stop in, bro. It's all good. And I know we all be trying to be all over the place, trying to back up each other. And I promise you, I'm going to keep riding the train. I got everybody's back. And I tell you one thing, this does become like a full-time job. He said, Rruk Alvy Raid. That is so cute. Hello, Shane. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I definitely will slide through and check you out as well. Come on, raid me. This is the perfect time to have roaches. Raid me. I'm just joking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff going on and a lot of changes I had to make. And I promise you, too, a lot of these people that I was riding with from back then, they are making the money, but they're not happy. So I like where I'm at now with Rruk and the amount of people I got because I was going crazy over there. And I'm going to look in my archives and I'm going to find some of these videos and show y'all what I was doing before I came over here and started doing Rruk. Man, that was crazy and it was a lot to do. But see, I didn't know nothing about the analytics. None of that was my part. The only part that I needed to do was provide the content and respond to all the comments. And that's all I was doing. I didn't even know anything about any watch hours, none of that kind of stuff. I was just getting, I was going to get paid by the people that I was doing business with. But God, but God told me I couldn't do it. And I realized too, even with these reactor channels, those people channels grow big time because people like to be a part of the flow of negativity and harming people. And that's why I said I salute you like a soldier, because I'm not the one for that. And I got so many people now that was from back then when I had the channel, a big channel. And I knew I was getting, up on the cusp of 10,000 people. And I let it all go because my faith is more important. My loyalty to the people that I'm with, opposed to doing the wrong thing. And first of all, God. Hey, what's up, Charmaine? What it do? What it do? Bless up. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well. I'm already over here as usual, chatting it up, turning it up. Big conversation about any and everything. That's why I told folks, anytime you come through here, anything you want to talk about, I'm with it. All the way from God, the devil, life, people, boat, and any of it. And a lot of people always say when you're doing channels or doing YouTube, don't discuss those things. Why not? It's everywhere. Why wouldn't you? I'm not scared to touch that. I'm even the type of person that if I got something that I want to rock with over here, and people tell you, well, you can't get monetized if you do that, then I don't have to be monetized. I'm gonna show y'all who I am. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you, because a lot of stuff that I can play on YouTube that won't be a copyright from the people, from the churches, and YouTube would consider it as you can't get paid for it, then I make sure I don't monetize none of them videos because I'm finna do it. You understand what I'm saying? You don't put no price on God's word. Anything from God is free. And it's a blessing. And until we understand that, we ain't gonna make it nowhere. Everything ain't about money. Of course, we all want to get that money, but I got an actual employment. You know what I'm saying? I got actual employment. And to be honest with you, it's because of the grace of God that I'm lucky to even be able to come on YouTube. And if it wasn't for me having gainful employment outside of this, I wouldn't even be able to come on there. Hey, how you doing, Crystal? You have been so faithful. I've been checking you out a lot too, my dear. I thank you so much for coming, and I see that you are a nice person that get around and help everybody out. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I seen you earlier over at Old Farts too, chilling over there too. And he's good people too. There's just so many wonderful people, and it's a good thing that we all are able to run up on each other, because sometimes in this big YouTube world, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find the prince. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all of you guys for coming through and having my back. And to be honest with you, unless it's somebody that just came just recently within the last week, everybody that comes and see me, I always come and check them out. And I think everybody can testify to that. That as a matter of fact, everybody except for maybe this one new person in the live right now that I haven't had a chance to go check them out. But everybody else, I visit them on a regular basis. And I do it because I want to, and I enjoy the content, not just to get somebody to subscribe to me or join me. You know what I mean? It goes deeper than that for me. Yes, Adam, you know how we do. And I promise you, I may not tell y'all about the ninjas, but I got a few karate kicks over here anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we do what we do. It's just a little different for me days if I have to work outside the house, because at work I can really only use the computer that I'm on for work, and then my phone. But when I'm home, we got devices that we use that's not work related, because I wouldn't want to, we don't like to mix business with pleasure. So I wouldn't use, my work computer to do YouTube stuff, even for myself. But we also, we in this house now, I don't even know how many computers that we have now. And then I have some family that comes with a different IP address, so I can use. Y'all know how that go with using those, because a lot of people don't understand that, you got to have that kind of right kind of hookup to do it a certain kind of way. But I do promise you, y'all, that I do my best to make it around to everybody. And I honestly want to say this too, and I don't make nobody feel no kind of way. But do you ever anybody ever really look at their numbers and think, I'll just say I got 2,000 subscribers, and every time I do a video or a live, there's only a certain 10 people, and I never see the others. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means? Think about it. Now, I can honestly say that I do have some of my people that watch the hauls but don't watch the lives or don't watch the cooking, and vice versa, because I do 3 different things. I could honestly say that. But for the most part, when you got 2,000 people, how come every time you do a live you only see a certain 10? I know the answer. I'm sure y'all do. But why is that? So where's the other people at? Are they ghosts? Are they real? Or do they rock with you? Or is this a game? Or just because the numbers look good? Really, honestly, y'all, what is it? Because I remember this one girl. She came to my live, and I had noticed too that she had commented on 2 of my videos. And when she came, no. And she came to my live and 2 of my videos. So then I went to one of her live, and she said, "Oh, Rruk," she said, "I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And I just want to let you know." She started asking me all that stuff. "Do you have watch hours? How many watch hours do you have?" Bop, 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 And I'm looking at her subscriber count, and it's well, she's talking about it, and everybody's stuff is posted now. They used to have it hidden before. Hello, newcomer. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. So I'm looking, and she's telling me, "Yeah, Rruk, I'm going to help you grow. This is your channel. You need to do this. You need to do that." And I'm looking at her to have 20,000 people, and I kept going to her lives about 3 times. And then I started watching her videos and stuff. Why aren't you monetized if you got 20,000 people that really got your back and you finna grow me? What's really happening out here on the YT? Are these people with you? You know what I mean? Thanks for coming from the raid, my dear. Are these people with you though? Honestly, y'all, let's be real. What's really happening here? Where are all those people at? Does that really mean that all of these people that are subscribed to you, they're not watching you? For real? Are we in denial? Am I misunderstanding something? Because I really, really want to know what's happening. Because I got some people that, I get over here and I look, in my column with my subscribers, and I'm looking where these people at. Which is Rruk, that is normal. So if I can give you, please give me something, Adam, because I'm asking, especially you, because I know you be knowing. So that's how that goes on there, because see, I don't know. So you see, you hipping me to the program, bro. I thank you, because I'm asking not to be rude, you know what I mean, or sound silly, because I don't understand. Now I know. Cause I was just wondering. So what about the people too? Cause I know I got some of the YouTubers that I watch. They got when they do a live, man, they got to pay people to control the crowd. They have had thousands of people raging up through there. So I guess that's something different, for everybody. Because I don't understand. And see, I'm learning because like a lot of this stuff that you know better than me, bro. I appreciate you helping me out because I'm dead to the wind with it. And I thank you so much for letting me know that. Because I didn't understand at all like what was going on. And like I said before too, I do notice though that there's a lot of people that don't come over here, but they are on my over on the other things with the cooking and stuff. And I know that, obviously people are not going to watch everything you do and be at every live. I know that, I know about that part, but I just was wondering what the heck was going on. So now you gave me a better, outlook and understanding because I sure was lost, Adam. And I appreciate that. Oh, Mr. Beast, that's my homie. Oh my gosh, I be buying his food. Yes. Yeah, you're right about that. Yes, they are, Adam. That's my guy. I remember when he filled his girlfriend's house up with roses. I watch him a lot. I really like his channel. He's a great guy. He is an awesome dude. See, Adam, you know all of this stuff. And if my life depended on it, I don't be having not a clue. And right now I'm doing, oh boy, I'm doing Albie, I got Logan, and I also got Joel and Spike going, and I'm doing a live. He said, "Don't feel bad." Tell me about it. And you know what? I just wonder. And it's so good to be able to talk to somebody that can help you explain that stuff. Because I have no idea what be going on. And that's why, too, a lot of times people be saying, don't think you're going to get rich quick on YT. Because it takes a lot to get there. You know what I mean? And I'm learning more and more stuff. Because like I said, I can sit on here with a gift for gab. But I promise you, I don't know a lot of stuff about it either. And I'm here with trial and error. Hey, Eileen, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you for coming. Thank you for raiding me. So sweet. How nice of you. I thank you so much, my dear. How you doing? What is happening with you, girl? How you doing? I'm just over here chatting it up as I do and trying to support everybody's lives. And I done been backwards and forth 5 or 6 times just so that I can actually watch some of the content too. And then I got to get up and go in the other room and come back. Oh, that's so nice for you to say that, pre-retirement. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you to say, and I promise you, that is gladly appreciated. I promise you. Hey, Rona. How are you, beautiful? Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. And I keep telling everybody to go over there and raid Alvy. I hope somebody is listening and running over there and getting it in. Let me see what Adam's saying here. How you doing, Rona? What you into? Hope all is well. There's a whole lot of lives going on. Okay, let me see what he said. I want to make sure I don't miss him. Adam is dropping some gems that I need. Oh yes, you got it, man. You already know who you the man, Adam. For real, for real. Amen. Amen. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Adam. And Betty is right too, because I don't know if you guys see my pinned comment up there, you guys, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna get right at it here. It just blew my mind. Guitar off the cuff, David. He was in my live. I had been, going over jamming and listening to his music, and he was in my live. And this was yesterday. I was looking through my phone and I seen, the name of my hangout spot here. I seen Rruk and I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody else got the same name as me. I had no idea. And when I went over there to Cliff off, oh my God, guitar, I can't even talk right because I'm so tongue tied. Guitar off the cuff. I went over and when I clicked, it was him. And I know who he is. And he, listen to me, y'all. This man I thought he just dedicated the song to me. I didn't know he made the song for me. Listen to me clearly, y'all. This man said, and it says over here, it says, "This is for my new friend Rruk. She filled my cup this week when I needed it." And I, and I went to thank him, but I didn't want to say thank you for writing a song for me because I thought he was just dedicating a song. So I left him a message. And when he responded back, listen to me. Oh my gosh, I swear, and I'm not trying to brag, y'all. I am so, so, so appreciative. I could not believe that he did that for me. And I've had people do a lot of nice stuff. This is special, and me and him are new friends. You get what I'm saying? And this is what he said in the response back to me. He said, "I am humbled by your response. The song is officially yours. So if it ever goes platinum, you are in the money." He said that's unlikable, but fingers crossed. He said, "But seriously, I am grateful that I have my music to share with others." I have been way too selfish with my music far too long due to myself, he said going through some stuff. I felt so bad because I know how he feels when you say that. He said, due to being self-conscious and fearing rejection and marking. He said, I will be able to take 10,000 negative comments from anyone, and it will never take away the amazing, beautiful response from you, Rruk. God asks all of us to step forward and let our candle shine the way I feel now is absolutely provides. He said, tears of gratitude for you making me smile, Rruk. Do you know? Listen, man, y'all, listen. See, right there. That is enough alone for me to be on here talking to just one person. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And I'm not bragging, y'all. I promise you I'm not bragging. But for him to just have met me and for us to be new friends. And I when I was responding to him, I said to my family, I said, well, I better not say this song he wrote for me because what if he's just, dedicating a song to me? And he responded and said, no. He said, this song is officially yours. And I was like, oh my God, what? I can't even see straight even right now as I speak of it. It just blew my mind. I don't know how to explain it. See, that's why I'm here. That's how I get down. That's the kind of friendships and stuff that I want on here. I mean, nobody don't have to do all of that, but for him to do that, I've been friends with you Adam and Betty longer than I've known him, and for him to do that, that must mean I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't know I'm all right and I know I'm walking with God, but it means a whole lot. It just, I'm blown away. I've been riding with this feeling because I just can't believe that somebody, that was just wonderful. And so now I got me a song and I didn't even have to write it. What? And I want you guys, because I got that in the pinned comment, I want you guys to go check that out. If you find it in your heart or you have some time, please go check that out because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of times I pin comments, but nobody really seems to, notice them or anything. But I'm not offended by that because I understand. But I definitely I posted him on my community page. And it's not just because he did that for me, it's because of who he is. You know what I mean? And if y'all ever get a chance, I do have that in the pinned comment. I know Betty says she's seen it. I seen Sydney Cat over there responding to it, and Sydney Cat, I got to talk to her too because she said by listening to me, it did something special for her too. And then I seen Judy over there as well too, giving me a compliment, and it's absolutely remarkable. You know what I mean? Even Sydney over there with her sweet precious self, I just can't believe it. She said, she says, thank you. She said, I'm so happy you liked it. She said, Rruk is awesome. And then Judy said, Rruk is sweet. These are the comments that they're leaving over there on his page. And Logan said, very nice day for Rruk. You see what I'm trying to explain to you? This stuff here is amazing. There's not, no easy way to say that. You got to really put some heartfelt moments in it and really speak it the way we should speak it, because that right there, you don't meet people like that every day. This is why we get down like that, because we want to make real friendships and stuff. And like I said, you guys, I'm here running my mouth, but I promise you, I got my people running. I got my people running here still on my other devices here. And I got Logan, because that's my guy there too. He's doing a live as well. And I promise you, y'all, it's just amazing. Oh, they got everybody over there. It says, who is king? Godzilla, king of the monster, King Kong. He wants you to pick. I don't know. I always feel like King Kong always wins, even though he gets his butt kicked a lot. Godzilla, king of the monster. No, I say King Kong, Logan. And everybody said Godzilla. Listen to me, I'm probably saying that all wrong, sounding crazy. Okay. I see Bert over here too. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? What's happening? Everybody's over here. These are some of my good people too that I enjoy, y'all, on YouTube. That has been absolutely amazing to me. And it's not, just because people are doing, is who they are. That's important. I gotta definitely check them out, because I just watched them last night too, as a matter of fact, or yesterday. I don't know everybody's time zone. What is happening at the Hilt? I call it the Hilt family. Yeah. I want y'all to hear them. They jamming over there, y'all. Hey, what? Oh, all good peeps.
All right. So this last week, we started with Spirit Iron Knife and Freedom from the Hill. So that was a lot of fun to do. That did really well this week. The best Joe takes.
Hiya. Hiya. There we go.
Happiness view so far now.
That's my boy Spine Ticks. Spine Ticks. That's my boy right there.
She's quite sad. I usually quite a few views all the time.
Y'all hear Logan?
Even though I was out of it on that episode. Exactly. It's actually cross. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hey.
We have bridges all over
See?
the place.
They're my peoples. Them is my people, y'all. I'm talking about my fam. Oh yeah, Bert over there.
It's quite. I was down about most of the morning to sleep. Most of that. Some comments to your shoulders. Excited. I was half asleep. He's Karina while he's sleeping. Oh my goodness. Speaking.
It's all good, fam.
Viagra's flying ticks. Commercials in front of your shorts. What's first in front of your shorts? Of course, I have the YouTube Premium, so it blocks all the ads. Well, ads in front of ads. Ads in front of shorts. That's a new. It just happens sometimes when you go to a short. No, that one was about edibles. The jungle sage.
Ain't they something, y'all? That's my family right there. Those are my peepers. Okay, let me go back here and see what's happening here with the live stream. Okay, everybody's copacetic over there. It's all good, people. Okay, let me see. I wanted to see what he said. But I want y'all to go check out my broski over here. I'm telling you, these people are amazing. People are amazing when you meet the right folks, y'all. It can change your life, believe me. It's totally off the chain. This is my people.
If it's already loaded, I can get one. It's not constantly pushing page, which is why it stays open so you make
That's all right, Jess.
Yeah, Mom ended up disguising herself as a mind player and scared the shit out of me. And Ray thought it was a very powerful act. She used a greater martial arts ability to disguise herself and basically empty her voice. And in the way that they understand here, the other dark lady, turned out just to be what's got to go. That was very basic role playing. Succeeded, but definitely. Sessions forward, you finally got some more.
Hello, my dear friend. How are you? Big thanks. Big thanks. Guitar off the cuff. Yes, you guys. I am. Oh boy, we got a lot popping over here, y'all. I am so sorry. I'm all over the place at everybody's channels, and I'm missing my beautiful people coming in. What's happening? Hey, Patty. What's happening? Hey, Bird. How you doing? I'm seeing you over here with the 15 others up in the Hills Live, and I'm up in this piece too. What's happening? And then I also got Joel and Spike going, and Alvy. Man, I'm telling you, it's working. It's working. Boy, oh boy, is it going down in the DMs, y'all. How you doing, Bert? I'm good. How you doing? He's doing good. I have so many digits. I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes you forget who you are. Hey, Patty. How are you, beautiful? I appreciate you, Patty. What's happening? Waiting for another turtle video or silent or what? How because you give him some names. It's so cute, though. Really is so cute. This is so peaceful over here to chill back with the turtle. He said, I got on 2 lives. I'm running 2 playlists. Oh, you getting it in too, huh, Bert? Oh my gosh, I know. Because I got Logan right now. Listen to him. That's Logan and them right there. And they getting it in. Wow, y'all. We really is getting this in. Ooh, boy, isn't it happening? Isn't it going down, party people? Who is in the building? This is a lot of fun too. It's a lot of work too, but when you enjoy what you do, it's priceless. Let's see what Chick still got going on over here. This is Alvy.
Dono from Rruk. Kuya V Heart from Anna G. Okay. Abby OOTV. What
She
app
go.
you will get if she will show you the OOTV back now? Please donate to be Sable's music from Manili. Thank you, Sable's from Anna G. Donate Sable's from Abby. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. OMG. Shane, Sable's donate. Sable's music from Christelle. already. It's Crystal,
Here, sis.
Rob, and Anna G. Babe, you need to pick one. You need to pick one. Tables donated one entry to you. Christine. Ang tigas. Ang tigas ng Christine.
Yeah, y'all. I'm just checking out these folks' stuff here, y'all. There's a lot going down. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'm glad you could stop in, Miss Patty. I'm glad you are here, Catertainment. I'm glad you were here, Bert, Betty. Just to name a few. Joel and Spike is pumping it up. We got a lot going on here, party people. Joel and Spike. Oh, everybody is popping, y'all.
Hello, everybody. Jordan was starting to stand up in the path of 1987 gun.
Wow, everybody's so much fun, people. You gotta love it. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Partying, chilling, dancing. What you doing over there, little Gita? You all right? You want to come take over the live? Let it be Sally Show, Christian. You ready? She said, I'm just getting ready to eat. Oh, you are? Oh, that sounds good. I was going to say what's for dinner. And I asked you too, Bert, earlier. Look, in one of the 15 lives or one of y'all ninja guys, what you was cooking. Because I remember you said you home from work, Bert, and you was cooking dinner. But I don't know if you seen the comment or not. You know what, Bert? That's exactly what you got to do when you feel that, you got too many balls up in the air. Because I don't know if you noticed, I've changed up a lot too. Oh, okay. She says salad. Okay, that sounds good. I was going to have salad tonight, but we didn't have enough lettuce to make the kind of salad I wanted to. So we had what did we have? What was that we had to eat? Nacho Bel Grande. That's what we had, huh? Yeah, it was enough lettuce for that, but not for actual salad. So that's what we had. He said hamburger and onion rings. Oh, I've been dying, honey. I haven't had no onion rings in a long time. And I have a friend of mine that I knew years ago, and she showed me how to make my own onion rings from scratch, y'all. And I promise you, you got to get some real big onions, though, if you want some good size rings. But I've been making them for years, and they are bomb. The recipe is bomb. Rabbit food, but I like salad. Okay, I hear that. I hear that, Adam. I hear that. He said stay ahead of the suckers. Talk about it, brother. Yes. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's been so wonderful. So many wonderful people. That's why I'm watching all of the folks right now, because these are the folks that's the good ones. And don't let yourself get burnt out. I pray. Nelson is looking for a recipe for onion rings. Well, I'll ask them if they don't mind me telling. You know how people are. I left the ingredient secret, and then I'm like, well, what is it? What did you leave out? Can I share your recipe? Because people want to know, especially when you use somebody's recipe and you feed a bunch of people, they be wanting that recipe. And I tell you, it's busting. We sure do. I'm telling you, man, oh my gosh. I don't even know how to explain it, Bert. It's been amazing. And I tell you, we got so much going on here, and I am trying to make sure we protect the peace. That's why I keep telling a few people just watch who you deal with. Because I honestly, I got 2 people that came and subscribed to me yesterday, but I don't think when they were in the live, I didn't jump on the wrench or anything. And I already went over to their channels, but I need to see a little bit more because I want to make sure that I don't invest, in no kind of mess because I done learned the hard way. You know what I mean? Oh, Bert, that is so sweet. Don't make me start crying all over this. Oh, oh man. Oh my gosh, Bert. I love everybody here too. It's been amazing. Oh my gosh, you done got me in my feelings. Got me in my feelings, man. Hello, Judy. Thank you so much, beautiful. Oh my gosh, you done got me caught out here, Bert. You done got me caught out here. Oh my goodness. That's why I kept saying that we have to be careful. And I tell you, yesterday, I ended this live, ended up going late again. The other live that I had, what is yesterday? I can't even remember what days it is. Okay, Thursday. Wednesday I had a live and we went all the way up to like 2 a.m. for whatever time that is for whoever. You hear me? We went in till like 2 in the morning. Do you hear me? And yesterday I went late and there was a good 5 of us going real late yesterday. And we started having some trolls that popped in late. And I don't know what the heck people be doing out here, y'all. We got to pray for them. We just had somebody that just came in immediately, right off the rip. I subscribe to you, Rack. I subscribe to you, Rack. That's all they kept saying. They were calling me Rack, which I don't care if anybody spelled the name right. But they kept saying, I subscribe to you, Rack. And then I had 2 other people that don't even have content that was in the live. I subscribe to you, Betty, Sandy. I subscribe to you. They just kept coming over and over. We couldn't even finish the conversation where I could talk, obviously, because I'm verbal on here. But they couldn't type in because the person came in the live and went kind of crazy. Just looking for subs. He said, man, I can't be up that late. I hear you. You know how it is. You got to go with your flow, right? I know what you mean, but I took it down. I took it to the chest, man. And see, if you work night shifts or whatever, whatever's night for you, whatever time zone you in, it'll have you capable. You know what I mean? Even sometimes if you work this, the overnight shift and you have a day off, sometimes you be so wired and used to being up at that time, you have the stamina. You know what I'm talking about. You know how it go. Yes, sir. Yes, Bert. Yes, Bert. It's so good to be able to talk to you because I know I'll be catching you at your hours and you're working with the students and stuff. But this has been an amazing ride, I tell you. And I promise you, I have met some of the best people. Oh my gosh, man! Listen, and I don't mean to keep on saying it so many times, but Dave. I promise you, and it just keeps getting better and better because I had I left him a comment because like I said, I didn't know that there was a song for me at all. I promise you. And I think do you know Dave? Bert, I think you know Dave. I think you know him. His channel is Guitar Off the Cuff. And his name is David. And I was seeing it, I was checking something on my phone and I seen that it said Rruk. And I'm like, well, somebody else got the same name as I got. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. And when I clicked on it, I realized it was him because I've been rocking to a lot of his music and I didn't know what was going on. And when I clicked on it, it said, this is so incredible. It says Rruk. That's what it says. So I'm looking at it and he said, This is one of my new friends, Rruk. She filled my cup this week. And I left him a comment for the song, and I didn't know if he just dedicated the song to me or did he, was a song for me. So I'm thinking that he dedicated it, and I thanked him so much for the dedication. And then when I went back I got notification that he replied, and it says, "I am humbled by your response." He said, "This song is officially for you, Rruk." He said, "If it goes platinum, you in the money." This man actually wrote this song for me. He didn't just dedicate it for me. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Do you know this is what I'm here for? Oh my gosh. Just killing me. 9 hours of sleep. I don't know why this don't go down right. Do you know him, Bert? Do you know him? Oh, you know him. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if you've seen that what he got over there on his channel, but I that's what I what I'm doing. That's what I'm all about. I love it. Yes, you see, you had him on the panel. Yes, well, he hooked me up, bro. And like I said, I thought he had just dedicated a song to me. He said he wrote the song for me. And boy, he playing that. That's gonna be on my ringtone. Because my family, we all were just so appreciative and blown away. I mean, he is very talented. I'm just drinking my water. I try to drink a gallon a day, y'all. Look, I may not look like it though. But yeah, that was amazing what he did for me. I don't even know how to thank him. I don't even know what to say other than some kind words. And I've been pinning him at the top of the comment just to offer him some support since he did something nice for me. Some people are just totally awesome out here, y'all. Judy seen the comment too because I seen her over there. She left a comment. Logan left a comment, and then also I seen Sydney. And the next time I see Sydney, I got to give her a big hug too because she said that I helped her with something. So wow, it's off the chain, y'all. This thing is rocking. I didn't even know that I had inspired Sydney, but she probably told me in several comments. But she said I inspired her too, and I just wow. I don't even know, y'all. Oh, that is so sweet. All of them said, even you too, Judy, and thank you. You said something so nice. She said, "Rruk is so sweet." Oh, that's so nice. And she said so nice you played this for her. And thank you, Judy. That was so nice for you to leave that comment. And Logan as well, too. And that's exactly what I thought, Judy. I said he played the song for me. He said, and I left him that comment saying, "Thank you for, dedicating the song to me." He said, "No, the song is officially yours, Rruk." Honey, and who needs Beyonce? Ooh, honey, bunny, boo. Oh my gosh. And he be rocking out. His music is full of passion. My goodness. God, but God. You guys all know who he is, I believe. I think all y'all know. So special guy, good guy. Because I had been just rocking out, you know what I mean? Just listening to the music and rocking out and enjoying the content, And he's, I believe he came onto my cooking channel there. Listen at my cooking channel, one of my cooking videos. And I've been going over to see him, and then he was in one of my lives. As a matter of fact, he was in more than one live. And he just, hooked it on in. I don't know how to thank him.
WH, how have you been? I'm good. I've been good cooking. That's what, if you're going to stream, we will rate your stream, of course, Alright?
That's Miss Alvin. Bunny. Yeah, y'all. A few of y'all wasn't on here, but I had just went in deep here in some deep conversation a while ago. I know Betty definitely was been around. Oh, what's this? Angela just made something delicious. Oh, ooey gooey brownies, honey. Don't with my waistline, honey. Don't get me in no trouble. Wow, those are mouth watering. Betty, she's throwing down over there. She is throwing down over there. Go ahead, girl, with your bad self. I'm gonna let that play with her. I gotta go over here to this other device over here. Yeah, y'all good people. So y'all got the weekend coming up. What y'all got planned for the weekend, people? Look at Judy. She does the same little person I do with the waving hand. So cute. I wonder why. Let me see. There we go. And I want to get them daggone hearts and stuff on the side of this thing here get on my nerves, y'all. I mean, I've used them before to cheer people on, but I forgot I had learned how to remove those, and I forgot. But them hearts on the side, because it has you can't really slide down to look at your messages unless you got that arrow in the middle. Okay, I was able to go down. Nap again. Uh-oh. Sorry, Rruk. That was me. Okay. Okay, that sounds good, bro. Adam. I always love the name Adam. I always liked the name Adam. I believe when I was in, I don't even know if it was first grade, I had a friend named Adam. Yes, sir. I got Angela going here, y'all, too.
Freeze really well, too.
Hello, Angela.
Let them completely cool before you cut them into little squares. But they really do freeze good. I've got a friend that pulls one out every time he's having his coffee. So I'm going to spread out my topping. My oven's 350 and they're ready to go in.
That's Angela Critters, y'all.
I'll just kind of gently move it over to the edges. I'm trying to keep it kind of even.
She's throwing down over here, y'all. She's making ooey gooey brownies. Yes, that's Angela. She's making ooey gooey brownies, Bert.
Flavors. Just when you think you won't see another one, here I come with a brownie one. So it's going in at 3. Well, my ooey gooey brownies are out of the oven.
Yes, you recognize the voice. I know that accent, ain't it, Bert? Yes, sir.
Ooey gooey better cake with carbs, and it's continually growing. Thanks so much for watching. And I really think you'll love
that's my girl Angela. I told you I'll be making my rounds, y'all, and I watched it right. We talking right now. I watched this whole thing. She got good recipes. My good Judy Betty be throwing down because I just watched your video too, Betty. I commented on Instagram and then I watched your actual whole video because I enjoy having that extra time to chill with you when you throw down. Oh yeah, that was something there yesterday, Adam. I was there. But I'm going to tell you something, homegirl went in. She went in and then she tried to play it off, but I seen a different side of her. I didn't even know it was, not to be rude enough, but it seemed like every time I do lives, she and Rob are the main two that pop up first when I do lives. And I didn't know she, was upset like that. Calling people them kind of names and then for the person not to be there, that was wow. I'm telling you, honey, that, Adam, the way you handled that, honey, you shut that down. I mean, you did that perfect. He said, we will not, and you sounded like a security guard, sound like a police officer, you sounded like a school teacher, you shut that down. He shut that down. If you call somebody scum, I'm like, wait a minute now. The stuff that you're even speaking on is not even appropriate to react that way. Come on now. I don't know what that was about, but I was positively there. And I heard the widow respond too, and she told her that's not even what happened. And then she backtracked on something. Yes, you did good though. I love it. I love it. You did good. Yes, you did. You said we will not have that type of language in there. It was good. It was good. Yes, it definitely was good. I you did it, bro. You did it. You shut that down. He said how to keep monetized. Oh, that's good, Bert. But yeah, Adam, you did that real well. You got on top of it real quick. And then she kind of, backpedaled after that. But she had put in a lot before she backpedaled. And I was thinking that sometimes people get set off and they say how they really feel. But she blamed it on something medical, which could be possible. But the way, when you go in and say something that like that to somebody and I unsubscribed to them too and all that, I was like, wow, you went deep, girl. You went deep. Hey, sis, what's happening? She said, I'm still here. Thank you, honey. You rocked the house the other day. Thank you, sis. We just clowning around here. A little silly stuff that be trying to pop up over here on YT and folks is bugging out. And I was just telling the folks that I had did a live and I went really late here the other night or other evening. I don't know what everybody's time zone is, but I went late and we started getting the trolls and the creepers that popped in with a whole bunch of hoopla. I promise you, if y'all would have seen this, I promise you, I can't even make this stuff up. We had somebody that just kept coming in. It was so aggravating because they just kept on with the same old thing. I subscribe you, I subscribe you, I subscribe you, I would join you, I would join you, I would join you. And just kept on typing that in. And I'm like, who the hell is this? And I said it just like that. What is this? What is going on here? And they did that probably about 6 times. And I kept trying to explain that's not what we're doing here. We're fine. A couple of these people in here don't even have content. We're okay. We don't need anything. And it's all they came to pop up anybody's live just to join in on something and don't even know what the content is. They didn't even really hear what I was saying. I could have been talking about killing somebody. And they wanted subscribers. They wanted a watch hour from me. You know what I mean? It was crazy. That was bad though. And one thing about it, when you have people that come in like that, they only got one thing in mind. You know what I mean? They want you to make them famous. They don't really, they're not really interested in your content or nobody else. They just come in. They want to scoop up a bunch of subscribers and move right along. And as I was saying too, I got this one guy that I really helped out, which ain't nothing wrong with it. I didn't mind it. But once he got, he got monetized, quite a few of us never heard from him again. I mean, I would be dead right there watching his watching his videos and lives, and he was still, come on, Rruk, I need you to take me to the top. Come on, Rruk, need you to get these hours up for me. Come on, Rruk, keep staying, keep doing, keep going. I was like, oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy. He said, Rruk, 9 million more bananas to reach 10 million. Okay, you into that, huh, Bert? So, 9 more to reach 10 million. I don't let the illness was mentioned, so I needed to be kind, but I'm gonna tell you, Bert. Listen at me, Bert Adam. I don't know if that was a trump card or not. Shout out to Bert Beat. MDB in the house. No, so let me stop y'all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a trump card or possibly it is. Oh, you know who that is. Oh boy, here we go. What you talking about, Adam? That's something right there. Ooh, gotta talk about one of them names you got right there at I was like, sorry to say, yep, Adam, yes, and more yes. Yeah, you had to get them straight, though. Adam did not do anything wrong. He said, no, Rruk, don't do that. I know what you mean. Oh boy, it's this all this stuff is crazy out here, y'all, ain't it? And I'm just clowning around right now, y'all, but that what went down was a mess though. That. Yes, I told you some of these people, not to be rude, but some of these people that's going through here, they pretending to be one way, but their true colors is coming out, y'all. The claws are coming out. There's a lot going on here. And I want to know who that person is right there, because that person keep popping up. Whoever that is there, I can't even pronounce his name right. Jameman. That one there has just been flying all over to India and everybody. And to be honest with you, I ain't whispering. You feel me? Been flying all over everybody, and I had to call him out earlier yesterday, because I asked him, why do you keep coming over here? What do you need? What do you want? Because he definitely wasn't nobody's friend. I don't know what that's about with that particular person. To them. Yes, you have to. He didn't do nothing wrong. That's exactly how you got to do it. You got to shut him down. It is that guy right there. That what is his name anyway? Jameman production dude. I don't care if he's in the bushes, because I'm the one talking. I ain't blaming nothing on nobody else. But I've been asking this dude exactly what's going on here, because he keeps coming in and keep on saying, oh, I got 100 subscribers now. Today I got 120, and just that's all he say. I said, well, you coming in here? I said, you still here? Are you gonna speak to anybody? Are you coming for the conversation? Are you coming for the content? What's going on? And he got quiet and never said anything else and left. So I haven't heard from him since then. Popped up over there on the food and said a few things over there, but never really engaging with anybody. So I'm not sure what he's looking for, what he's trying to do either. But I know that some of these people ain't gonna be our cup of tea. That's for real, for real. Just ain't gonna go down like that. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I really don't. Ooh, we got a lot. Lottie-dottie. And I noticed too with this man, he got a whole bunch of views, but nobody's left a lot of comments over here. I wonder why. That's interesting. Let me go here. I gotta open this up here because I gotta see what I'm dealing with over here, y'all. I tell you, some people, a few people are bringing a lot of bad juju with them. I tell you that. Okay, let me see what I missed over here so I can get this understood right here. Let me go back up to the top here, because me and Echo was in here talking real long earlier too. We had a good hangout, and Guru too has been coming and really hanging out in the live as well too. He said, Rruk, shout me out. I ain't putting any more bananas to reach 10 million. Oh my goodness, this is moving here. I'm like, what? She was, Rruk, shout me out. I need more bananas. Oh my gosh. Shout me out. I need all that. I need mention, so I need to decline. Needed to direct it. Yes, sir. I said, sorry to say. Yeah, I heard that. What he said. Oh, y'all see, yeah, we all starting to see a lot of foolishness out here, honey. Unfortunately. Claws. Hopefully next weekend I might just go through the core crew left. I know what you're talking about with that, because I promise you, I have been going down the columns here and looking at folks. I gotta clean this out. You know how that go when you gotta clean out the garage, the attic, the basement, closet. I gotta clean up some stuff here too, because I don't need it. Yep, it is gonna cut it down a lot. Cause I'm gonna tell you, some of these folks here that's coming in, this stuff ain't the right kind of stuff, and that's the stuff that I've been talking about. And I keep repeating that stuff because a lot of people don't, come in at different times and may have not heard what I said. Let's come over. It's a time limit. 24 is 30. That's good enough for me. Like I told you, if I'm only here with 3 people, if that's what it is, hey, at least they're all good. Of the bad channels. I'm glad I did not subscribe to his. These people are crazy, y'all. Y'all see what's going on here. It's about 30. Yeah, y'all speaking some good stuff here, Adam, Bert, and Judy, y'all. We gotta, yeah, that's where I'm at. I promise you. That's the stuff that I've been saying. But never see them comment on nothing. Your lives, nothing. Yes, Adam. My goodness, brother. Yes. See, y'all talking the stuff that I'm talking about. Hello, Corner Clubhouse. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Y'all talking about the same stuff I'm talking about, honey. Remember, I just got through saying this a few minutes ago, last week, earlier today. I can't do it. Do you hear me? This has got to stop. It's time to get down. And like I said, if I only had 6 people left, as long as they all good, I'm happy. Hey, Angela, how you doing, beautiful? Them gooey brownies was busting, honey. I came over there and ate me a couple. Thank you so much for feeding my craving, because I sure need it. Thank you so much for that. I came over there and got my grub on, Miss Lady. Thank you, and I hope you are doing well. I am doing good. Corner Clubhouse, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. We just hanging out here a little bit. Let me say it in Spanish. Hola, amigo, ¿cómo está? ¿Qué tú haces? Yo quiero comida. Yo tiene hambre. I'm glad that you're doing well. Thank you for stopping in. We over here chilling and, just discussing things and hanging out. Yeah, y'all. I was telling y'all too about how I got like all of these, I call them ghost numbers. But I gotta really get ready to cut it down. So the next time y'all look up, once people see that I done unhitched from them, you're gonna see the numbers drop down to about maybe 40 people, if that, for me. Because I'm trying to figure out what, when I get some time to keep hacking it off. It's time to get this together, y'all. I got work to do. Oh, you enjoying dinner, Patty? That's good. That is good. I'm getting ready to. We had a nice Nacho Bergandes. And I'm going to have me a cup of tea to top me off for the rest, That's going to be the last thing that I have. I'm going back into my fasting. And I'm still juggling 15 people right now as we speak. Nice cup of tea. Got some trash that I got to take out as well too. I like that everybody over here is good people and talking and having fun. She said, I love pineapples too, but not hot on pizza. You know what? I haven't tried that pineapple pizza, but a lot of people said it's good, hot. A lot of people have been talking about that the pineapple, and it's a pizza too. That's called a Hawaiian pizza. Hey Pamela, how you doing? I don't know if you left already, but I thank you so much for coming. I had to go to the ladies' room right quick. I hope you are doing well. I appreciate you coming by. Are you part of the raid? Thank you, Angela. Listen to me. Angela's here too. Pamela. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. And I got like maybe 4 Katie nice women that I've met here. Oh, Lorraine too. Oh, I forgot you, Lorraine. I'm sorry, sweetness. How you doing, Lorraine? You might have went already. I'm not sure, but I'm still going to type in something. Everybody is chilling and doing their thing. I hope you guys are doing well. Pamela and Lorraine. I thank you guys dearly for offering me some of your time. I really appreciate it. Okay, she's throwing down with the food over here. Okay, I've already been to her channel before. Okay, my tea is popping off in there. Okay, there she go. I got so many people that I gotta go over and respond to over on the other thing with the food. I started doing about 15 people already. Now I got to go back and do some more. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I've been working this regiment too, because I know a lot of people keep asking me where have I been, but I know when to chill back. Hello, my friend. You look so pretty. How you doing? Okay, that is Lorraine. Mm-hmm. That is Miss Lorraine. Yeah, y'all, I'm up in the raid. I've been raided. So sweet. That is nice for people to keep you in consideration, huh? Oh, I know all of these women already. Yes, I know these women already. Gonna take over the live, sis. Get your content going. I want to see you turn all the way up, little sis. Let me know when you're ready, y'all. I'm gonna have a new host on here. She got to turn it all the way up. She's scared of this crowd. Like, them people ain't gonna run me crazy. Got get a little hyper like me. You can enjoy it better. I got somebody that just came in my life, but they don't have no more than 3 videos up, and I've already hollered out at those, and there's nothing else up to respond to, so I can't pay it back forward because there's no other content up here. This is different slightly on the pineapple tape. Uh-oh. You don't like the pineapples? Okay. He said no pineapple pizza. Oh man, you don't want to have a little fun? He said he used to eat. I know that's right. So you became a pineapple head, huh, Bert? And you don't like the pineapples? Because they said, what is those pizza called? Is it called the Hawaiian pizza? They have the pineapples and stuff on it? They put the tomato sauce on, and then do they put the pineapples? Oh, she said it, Judy. Oh, he said night all. Have a good night, Adam. Thank you so much. I hear you. I don't know. I think they pretty much I don't know if they put the pineapples first, but I know it's all supposed to mesh together. I know it's all supposed to mesh together. My line tomorrow. The pineapple is cooked. The sugar caramelized. It is really good, Bert. Yes. Oh yeah, I know about that. I know about that because I got a little recipe that I do with pineapples myself. I mean, I remember even just like how you were saying, we didn't have that much money. I remember being younger and we used to have the pineapples and warm it up a little bit. We were kids, young kids, I don't know, 7, 8, and we used to warm it up and add just a little sprinkle more of syrup on it and some butter. And that was almost, without, actually being an pineapple upside down cake, the closest you can get. But it was good. I promise you. We enjoyed it. I tell you one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that when you have fun with food and you pair together different flavors, you'd be surprised what you would like. Amount of the butter and all the recipe. Yes, Bert, I'm telling you, less is more. Sometimes you come up with stuff when you don't have, and you become very resourceful. But I promise you, I hear a lot of different people, just like no disrespect to anybody, like certain women too, when they're pregnant. They be having the weirdest cravings, but I tell you, if you try that stuff, a lot of the stuff be good. Even when I was younger, we used to, I don't know if you guys remember, but they used to have the pumpkin seeds, and I'm talking about the pumpkin seeds in that little red packet, and it was very salty, and it had the Indian head, and we used to bite a piece of licorice and bite the pumpkin seed and chew the seed up. We didn't take it out the shell. We chewed the whole seed up with the licorice, and it was delicious. I promise you, delicious. And it cut down the salt. You know what I mean? For some kind of reason, when we mixed it in. He said, I also use mayonnaise for Alfredo sauce. Yep, you know what to do in the kitchen. It works magic and a lot of things. Just let me tell you something. You're talking good, buddy. You're talking good, buddy. And that's the same thing too. If you ever, she said, I always add extra butter. And another thing too, what we've been doing around here, you know how people toast their hamburger buns, if they, people that like to toast them with butter, we toast ours with mayonnaise when we make a killer burger. And we also made a hot cold cut sandwich where we put mayonnaise and put it in there, and man, oh my gosh, boy is it good. Boy is it good. Instead of just butter, we've used mayonnaise and brown that up on the hamburger buns, and boy is it delicious. And what I realized too, a lot of diners do that too. Oh yes, I like rice. Oh my gosh, listen here. Don't start it with the Rice Krispie treat. That's one of my old time favorites, y'all. Oh my gosh, that is something that I'll never stop liking. And I had the point, in time that I was making the Rice Krispie treats at like almost once a week. Yeah, they are so good. Those are some of them good old recipes, because they sell the Rice Krispie treats already made by the Rice Krispie cereal brand, and they are good, but they're nothing like the ones you make at the house. Those are the good old staples right there. They are so good. I mean, I don't even know how many people that don't like marshmallow treats, because they're really good. And that butter, ooh, y'all. And with butter, we all know that butter is delicious. And what is it? Butter. Let me see. Oh yeah, they are good with the Fruity Pebbles too, Judy. They are good with the Fruity Pebbles. And that's what I always tell people. A lot of us, we enjoy salt, butter, and sugar, and they are so delicious. And they all three of them flavor food so well. But you got to be careful with it, even though we like to slather it on, huh? Bacon there. When you make them at home, yes, Bert. Yes, you can. Yes. Don't do it, Bert. I'm gonna tell you something about that. It just happened. Marshmallow and butter and salt. Yes. And okay, sugar. Yes. Hey, Patty. And I promise you, Bert, sometimes we had to get the off-brand. You know how that Rice Krispie cereal, you damn near the $7 a box. You get that off-brand from Walmart, man. You better doctor that bad boy up. Can't tell the difference. Like a Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, I like the Rice Krispie treats by Kellogg's too, and the actual brand, but it's nothing like the ones you make at home. And mayonnaise is the duct tape, because I'm telling you, we toast our hamburger buns with mayonnaise. We used to use just butter all the time, but Mel does something. I promise you. I know you feel y'all probably done tried that already, and it's real good. Honey, the cereal, I'm telling you, that's why store brand is making money now because people ain't paying that. Because I know with us, and that's so funny that Bert mentioned that too, because we had just recently got some Rice Krispie cereal and we were going to get the store brand, but it was so much higher. Even just to get a small box of it, you can get 2 boxes or one of the big family size boxes of the store brand one and doctor it up the right way and it tastes just as good and you save a couple of bucks. Yep, them off brands is looking good now, ain't they? They may look like they may be missing an ingredient or two, but you know how to flavor it up and know how to cook. You don't even miss it. Well, see, people don't realize, no disrespect, but like, and I don't want to start getting, to mess the conversation up, but like with the government and all that stuff, the reason why everything that got so higher now too is because a lot of stuff was going on with all the stimulus checks and all. Y'all know what I'm getting at. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's why everything that went crazy high. They make you feel like you're getting hooked up, but you pay on the other end. You pay on the other end. Because I was looking at too, all of this shrinking. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Take care and have a good one, Angela. Thank you so much for coming. But yeah, them Rice Krispies, honey, we do it moving. Because I remember we kept saying, well, have you had that brand from that store? Well, yeah, I had the Walmart store brand before. It was all right, but I don't know about this grocery store. How is Kroger's brand taste? Honey, let me tell you, you get them Rice Krispie treat and you better do it moving. You better know what you're doing. Because I know, when you know how to cook, you can make anything taste good. And it's so much cheaper, and you get to still have the same thing you're trying to get. He said, this is cool. Oh, yes, and I appreciate it too, Bert, because I know you be trying to get around and work. That's why I decided, because see, before I would start the lives, earlier on and let them run all the way down. But now I'm able to, well, so far it's been working good, split it in half and do a little bit here and a little bit there. And it's been working out good, especially to be able to catch you and talk with you. Everybody, I enjoy everybody, but it's hard to get at you because I know what your schedule is. And I know a lot of people had started asking me, am I doing a live? Am I doing a live? And a lot of times when I didn't do any lives, it was because I was chilling out and then also working outside the house. You know what I mean? And when I do that, I only really can use one computer and my phone opposed to at home. And when you got people with different IAP addresses and they come to your house, then you can run their system as well too, because we do a little business here. He said I can only catch you from 7. Yes, a quick fix, right? He said on the weekend mornings, but at night. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And you ever know too, sometimes when you have a job that you work during the week, you can't really, the weekends are busy because that's a lot of times when people, you can't really fully kick back because you got to be going to the grocery store. People want to go to the mall. You got to bring kids places. You know what I mean? You got to do family stuff. So it's hard to find a place to fit in at. And I kept saying, I'm going to find a way to catch up with some of these folks that, that I'm not able to catch when I do it at a certain time. And so far, it's been working good. And I really enjoyed this because it makes you feel good to connect to people you really care about. And I promise you, I'm meeting so many nice guys on here, but I can tell you that's really pulling on my heartstrings. Certain ones. He said, the real Saturday is grocery. Yes, yes. Tell me about it. Who's the RD Vlogs? Hello, how you doing? Thanks for coming over. I appreciate you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you could stop in and holler at us. Big up, bless up. Yes, sir. Mega shout out. Listen, y'all, don't get me started. You already know. You already know what it do. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, Bert, them weekends. A lot of times when people work 5 days a week, them weekends get tied up too. A lot of times you can't even chillax because you got so much stuff to do that you didn't get a chance to do fully during the week. And before you know it, your weekend is done. And also too, like to cut back sometimes when you feel like you're doing so much on the during the week, or you feel like you on the social media and stuff too much. Sometimes you got to cold turkey it, or you cut it down. You can come and say, well, you know what? I'm only going to do an hour and I'm done. No matter what that consists of. He said, make a love shout out. That's right. Bert, you so. Actually, I've been saying with me what I used to say before anyway. Bless up, big up, big up, bigger uno for self. True, I will take it. Yep, and I know what you mean, Bert, because I was saying that and then I miss it. Don't call me crazy, but sometimes I miss it because I have been taking off, but it can always be more. But I kind of do what I feel that I need to do, and then I'm all right. And see, sometimes a lot of people see you popping around. I'm not saying just you, like me too. It's just our thing. It's just our thing. This is how we do. Because I know with me, I enjoy it. I don't mind it because I'm not. It's like you go and do your job, your regular 9 to 5 job, and then you got some time that you obviously have to spend with your family. And if you feel that it's popping for you, then sometimes we say can't stop, won't stop. But if you feel that it's burning you out or affecting anything, then you know what to do. You know what I mean? And then especially if you have a wife and kids and stuff like that, family, they may say something to you. I'm telling you, man. We just got to get it how we live. And to be honest with you, especially if you got a little streak of hyperness in you, you definitely gonna you like to keep this rolling because it keeps up with the pace of your personality. That hyper side that you have. I know for me it do. It keeps me busy. Then I don't have to twiddle my thumbs. Oh yes, RD. RD. Look at him. He says, so true. I will take a week or off lives, maybe. You sound like me. Because like I said, I'm not burnt out though. You know what I mean? And if I do, you got to do the right thing because you got a whole life. Come on, you got a wife, you got kids, you got a job outside the crib. You know what I mean? Said that dude, the picture with the man bun reminds me of the dude that runs in my neighborhood and didn't say back to me when I say hello. I'm trying to think of where we got that dude from. Yeah, what do people be? Do they feel like it's some kind of problem when you speak to them? He said with that man bun. And we got a pastor, this one pastor, I've been trying to check him out, and man, does he go in about the man buns. I know it is rude. It is rude. And I think people kind of arrogant, nasty. I know exactly what that is. He said, I hate when people are rude. I know what you mean, Julie. Look at Bert said, and stupid, we still mess with the man. Yep, I understand. He said the bun. He said the man with the bun man. Yes. Sometimes you got to kill him with kindness. You know what I mean? Just like who I was talking to. I think it was me. Who was in the live? Me. They came to the live. Logan. She said, I don't either. That man bun either. Oh, Judy. It was me. Who came? Logan came to the live. Tiger. And Maiden. And we started getting in on that kind of stuff like that. And we started talking about how we learned how to harass the telemarketers back. And then they want to hang up on us instead. Man, if you would have heard the stuff that Logan and Tiger and Maiden were saying about that, man, we went in cracking up. I think so, Bert, when they're stuck up like that, yes. Again, he said, "You're so funny." Is that a lady or a man? They said, "You're so funny." I think so too. And a lot of them think that they're better. You know what I mean? A lot of the folks are anti-sociable and stuck up, and they think they're better than you. You know what I mean? And I always kill them with kindness. I always kill them with kindness, and they don't like that too, especially when they don't want to be bothered with you, and you keep on saying hi, or like if you said hi to them, and they're passing by and they don't speak back, and you said, "Yeah, how you did? Have a good day. Nice sneakers." Hey, they get pissed. They get pissed. And I've had telemarketers too, because you know these telemarketers now, they call them way past dinner time. You know what I mean? And when they get on the phone with you, they're calling to try to sell you something. But when you get on there, if you would have heard what Logan and them was saying how they handle telemarketers, I was talking, you know, in the live, they came to the live, and I started writing down stuff they said. So the next time I get a telemarketer, I'll be able to you know, try some of them tips. Tiger says she went off on one of them. Logan's wife, she said I went off. They disrespect my mother-in-law. She said I went off. And that's the same thing with if you would have heard, I wish you was there, Bert. You would have enjoyed it. You too, Judy. Because it was so funny what everybody was saying, how they deal with telemarketers. And one thing I said, what I learned too, is that when I have a telemarketer, to make sure that I don't speak, you know, if I, you know, try to throw off the language, I have to make sure that I don't say anything in Spanish because, you know, they're ready to translate now. You get what I mean? So if I learn that because I can go into another language. I'm looking at one of her videos. I used to be able to get over with that, but it don't work now. Guys, probably because growing up, my dad and brothers always had short hair. That could be, Judy. He said I used to be kind of one of back in the day. Stupid stuff. Man bun, LOL. Made a lot of dumb decisions. Oh, I know what you mean, Bert. I got a lot of stuff because I was, you know, like a wild child. I'm gonna be honest. I remember Judy when Judy was saying that about the kids and the family, and about, you know, the little one, the sister that likes to hit, and the one that can't sit long enough to, you know, I probably was that kid too. Only because let me tell you, it was on and it was popping. I tell you, I kid you not. I definitely was that one, especially when you hiked up and got hyperactive and stuff is rolling wild and crazy. I know. And I tell you, I did a lot of stuff. If I tell you some of the stuff that I done, you might either can identify with it or you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, that's worse than what I did. We were bad. We did a lot of stuff that we ain't had no business doing. I promise you. And it was all, you know, it was just out there and you don't know any better. If you did, you know, you wouldn't have done it. I know a lot of stuff when you look back on, you know, I think some of it was, you know, our cross to bear. And I know like with, you know, a lot of, you know, not being supervised too played a big role in a lot of stuff that we were doing too. Because there's some stuff, obviously, your parents wouldn't allow you to do that. But then there was some stuff that not being supervised all the time, sometimes you get in trouble. You remember how they said, play silly games and win a silly prize. I know we were, I ain't gonna lie, a lot. We did a lot of messed up stuff in the neighborhood. And all those styles with the hairstyle, I done been through so many different ones looking crazy and it seemed like it's cool at the time. I remember when I shaved my hair off and I had a mohawk. Shaved my sides completely bald except for a small little patch of hair up in the top. It sure did. And back then when we was in it, we thought that was something cool, so we went on and did it. And then, you get a little older and like, dang, I was dumb back then. I think all of us got those stories like that to say. That we were young and dumb. And then you get older now, and then you look back and say, dang, I was dumb back then, but I think that's who you were back then. I know for me it was. We're having some good old times here chatting, and I know that everybody got stuff to do, so I don't want to keep talking too much and hold y'all if anybody needs to go on off or whatever. So I'm just chatting it up as usual. But I had some deep conversations going here today. He said I used to back in the 80s. Do some stupid stuff. I know her. I know. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the man bun. I mean, everybody don't be rocking them quite right, but I like the man. I like the man bun. I think they look handsome, and I like to see a guy with short haircut too as well. But the man bun, I love it. I always have like that. And there's a lot of this stuff that's in and out with style and fashion. It's just I think a lot of different phases and stuff that we go through when we're young with style and fashion. She said, it's the best thing I ever done. As a kid was jump on and off a slow moving train. Oh, I did that too. Oh, I gotta tell you about that. She just did it. Didn't get hurt. Never did. I did the same thing, Judy, as a child. We had the train right there. And I did the same exact thing. Jump off and on them trains, and we lucky. I think somebody, maybe one or two people, had got like a sprained ankle or something. But we were able to do it. Is right a couple of blocks over. We definitely used to have. It used to be fun to us, and we thought it was. And like I said, the most happened. Somebody got a sprained ankle, and that was pretty much it. Crazy stuff. Oh, there she go. Hey, Miss 50. She said, spaghetti straps, top with matching skirt, heavy eye makeup, disco ball spinning above my head, dancing. Yep. She said every Saturday night. I know exactly what you mean, but Miss 50, I'm telling you. We thought we was the ish, as they say back then. Looking crazy as I don't know what. But it was popping back then, though. It was definitely that was the thing. You all had some things, and when you look back, I don't even know if it's because it looks corny now because it's different years later, or because back then it was popping. We was chilling. I promise you, it looked like we was, chilling back then. And, and I think it's because we felt like we were real silly and stuff, but a lot of it was the style, though. Shoot. That was probably only 12. Oh, I know that's right, because we used to get a lot of stuff. Sleep, just woke up. I had you running in the back. Oh, sweetie, thank you so much. You know how many people that I have went to bed on, 3 or 4 different people, and it was, because I've passed out a few times, but also I was letting some folks run, and I wake up and it'd be stuck right on that person that I had on last. She said I went to sleep and woke right back up, honey. I'm telling you, I know how that is. She says, Ben fell asleep. I know what you mean. I'm telling you, that's why I said when I be on here chatting it up, I get into all kinds of stuff. And I think a lot of times people think when they come through that, oh, they doing too much religion, oh, they doing too much stuff. But I be talking about everything. I enjoy it. I promise you, I enjoy it. And like I said before, I am enjoying meeting some of the best people out here. And I know I had one of the sisters that was on here earlier, and me and her was talking deep, and she was talking, a lot about what she's dealing with, not being able to be around her kids and grandkids and stuff like that. So, we all got all kinds of stuff that we do around here to lift each other up and just talk and bond together. Boy, honey, do we all got a lot of stories to tell about our foolishness. That's why even some of the things that we done, we try our best to, you want, kids and different people got to fall on their own sword, but at the same time, I be trying to, save somebody, you know what I mean, from that trip. Because sometimes people don't spring back from stuff the way they think they're going to. Because a lot of this generation right here is not Tonka built. So they crumble a lot easier than what they think. They may think they're bulletproof. That this is different because I noticed too that a lot of people that are a lot older. Oh, hey Jazz, how you doing? Thank you so much. How you been? She said I was out there for 2 hours again shoveling snow, so I was pooped out. Yeah, that'll wear you out, honey. Let me tell you. That snow thing, and I've been telling people, and I know you already know Miss 50, but I'll be telling people when you got that snow going like that, please watch it, cause honey, so many people is out here having heart attacks and blowing their backs out and everything. And I know when we done traveled and been in the coast and stuff, there was a lot of shoveling and stuff going on. And what I started doing was I tried to do part of it, and then I went back. And this was some years ago, but I already got a routine down because we go in and out, Jamaica and travel around. And since I've had my recent issues, we've been trying to stay out of the states. But I know, honey, when you get out there for that shoveling, honey, I tell you, if you don't do it right, you will feel it. She said 129 days to spring. Yep. All this stuff is coming backwards and forth. I'm glad you was able to get out there and shovel, Miss 50, and you are right. Oh, excuse me. She said our last snow today after the plow. And that snow ain't right, y'all. Yeah, that's what I noticed too back in the States. How they do that, them snow plows come and block people driveway off like that. I think that's disgusting, and I think a lot of times too, people may go on and do it to get their, work done for them, for their house or whatever. And then when they come and block you back in, because them snowplow trucks don't come on a schedule the right way. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Was that Percy? Thank you so much for coming in. I hope everybody doing all right. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still in and out of 4 or 5 people's lives and stuff right now as I speak. Who is it? Not Percy. What is her name? Santos. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you want to chat it up with us because we're just having all kinds of different conversations here and laughing and talking about different stuff. What did he say? Let me see what he said. Okay. Something like last year. See, that's what I was saying with this weather, Judy. Everybody, it's crazy. This stuff ain't the right kind of stuff. All this weather is crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you, all this weather, if you look at everything we got going on, there's too many changes out here. Tell you what, these days now, this weather here, you can't, it's unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get, what condition it's going to be in, because I'm telling you that all that stuff with these rain, these snows and sun rays and all that kind of stuff, that stuff right there is something wrong with it. This ain't what we used to. Something wrong there. A lot of people don't seem to understand that, but this is telling us a whole lot about what's coming to pass, y'all. When I be seeing this unusual, I always look at it and I'll be like, this definitely is a change. I've even had times where I've, got and looked at what was what and pay attention, y'all. And like I said too, we got to be careful out here because folks are, no disrespect to whatever, choice people make, but folks is out here getting stuck with anything. They don't care what new they make. Anytime they say they got something new, people running and going getting themselves juked up. You better be careful what what's going in your system. You better be careful because you don't know that situation like that. It's almost like Russian roulette because you don't never know if you're gonna be the one that it ain't gonna work for. You know what I'm saying? Because I know back in the days, a lot of stuff like kids getting immunization shots and stuff like that. There was a lot of stuff and studies done with a lot of that stuff. But now things that they got coming out here for whatever, a lot of this stuff folks better watch out for because some of this stuff may make you or break you. Getting injected with anything. And I know this one man that was in this, he started talking to me in the store. And you can tell that this man, he looked like he was about to collapse. And, he was just basically saying he done got the whooping cough and the backup cough and the jump back ejection. I was like, what? You gotta do your research when it comes to stuff like that. Some things you can't just run out and get. And I know this one nice lady that I was talking to here earlier, she was saying that she have allergic reaction to a certain medicine, so she ended up having surgery, and they didn't give her the medicine that she was allergic to, but the medicine that she was allergic to, if you were allergic to penicillin, you couldn't take this other medicine that they gave her to switch out, and she almost died. For routine surgery, she almost died, went into shock. They had to call a cardiologist and everything in there. She almost died because they didn't give her the right stuff. Things are slipping up and getting crazier and out of control. They had this big old thing going where every time you turn around, it was a big thing for women to get hysterectomy, to run up a daggone bill for insurance to make money. And half of them women didn't even have nothing wrong with them. Okay, talking about the pool. Okay, I got so many people here doing so many of these lives, child. You can't keep up with one from the other. So she said she got her a good nap in, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a good nap. Okay, I think they're not even ended, yeah. I've been on that 3 or 4 times, so it's time to chill. Okay, there's done. Let me check this one more live out here too to see what they're going, and then I'll pick 2 people that are gonna I'm gonna let them go on and run throughout. So what y'all got? Anybody got anything special planned for the weekend? Or is it just another day? Anybody doing anything? I don't got too much planned. I need to get I keep doing these sweeps with stuff and then end up needing to go do it again. Like I'll say, I go in the closet. Oh, okay, now who this now? Oh boy. Hello, Indiana girl. How you doing? I seen you somewhere earlier. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. These comments like are delayed. Hello, hello. What's happening? How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. What you got going on? Oh. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, Miss Quinn. Oh, thank you, Indian girl. Oh, the pleasure is mine, my dear. She's just something else. Thank you so much. Here we go, Miss Quinn. You got tagged already. How you doing, Miss Quinn? What you got going on there? You already been counting in, child. Uh-oh. Here you go, sis. It's going down. Boom, 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 boom. Does that remind you of the other night? You stay blessed too, my dear. Thank you so much for coming in, Indian girl. Thank you. Miss Quinn got jump coming in the club. Oh man, I couldn't make this stuff up, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh boy, let me shut this up. I know that's right. It's awesome chatting with you, and I definitely will catch you on the next one, bro. Just because me and you don't never really get to touch base hardly ever at all. So this was obviously thebomb.com. You know how we do it. Thank you so much for your time. And I know that you can be a million other places, and anytime you pop it over here like that, I appreciate it more than words can say, and I mean that. I mean that. This ain't no, just saying something just to be saying something. It is what it is. It's the truth. Even with all of us here and now, I think that we all stay consistent, with the best of the crew so that everybody can, hold on to each other and keep it rocking. So have a blessed night, and whatever you decide to do, enjoy your weekend, big up yourself, and do it moving. Yes, and it was nice, and I appreciate you being here. You made it even nicer. You know how that go, Miss Quinn. We just chatting it up over here, and a lot of folks is, doing their thing. And remember how I can't even get this straight, man. Remember how it was the other night here, and look, in the night before that, and the after hour and the after party. See you tomorrow, bro. Take it easy, rest easy, and chill and enjoy your life, because I know it. This train is taking off. Hope you have an awesome weekend with your family. Oh, he says good night, Rocky and Billy. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I think a lot of people got some stuff still popping, and some folks got some stuff that's dying down. After dark. Off the chain. Yes, it be off the chain, honey. Ringing that doorbell. You know that's it, Miss Quinn. Rocking and rolling off the Chazane. It gets crazy, you know what I mean? You can tell too when they get certain times, even though people have different time zones, they get turned up with it. You know what I'm talking about? It's nice to see you, that you could pop in here, because I had a little piece going earlier, and then I popped it back on here, and it's been running its race. And then you got all the after effects and side effects going on too. I'm telling you, people better be careful what they wish for, honey. My dog sleeping like that. Oh, says her dog sleep in the bed, but she have to pick the dog up. They got older. tell you that dogs is like your kids, cats too, extended family members. And I tell you, Miss 50, your boo boo is like a human being. That is one of the smartest, oh my gosh, cats and be performing. Soon as you put the camera on Boo Boo be going into poses. Boo Boo ain't playing with it. This has been an uneventful last week here. It's been off the chain. You had an awesome live. Go girl. Big thanks. This is crazy. I think these pets that folks have out here is like human. They got the personality of human beings. You ready to take over this live? You ain't ready yet? I got some up new coming people that's gonna be running these lives, y'all. They said they ain't ready. They don't want all that crowd. They said they see how I be getting down. They like, I don't want to be bothered with that. So you don't want to have no fun? They don't want to be bothered. You know, some people is with it and some people ain't. Because I know there's so many people that I've been meeting out here that don't want a lot of it. I'm trying to remember. Somebody just said basically said that they didn't want a whole bunch of people. So I put her down off the bed in the morning. Don't want her to break a leg. Oh, Judy. Oh. Yeah, that is so sweet, though. You got to take care of them. You know what I mean? And if you ever notice, a lot of people don't pay attention, but when you have pets, pets have a lot of the same issues as human beings. I remember this one lady that was describing she was describing what was going on with her dogs, and I could have sworn she was talking about a human being. She was saying the dog had arthritis, cataracts. Dog wasn't able to hold, their bowel or urine. And I know, I've known and even know hundreds of humans that are in the same condition. That's why I said you gotta treat your pets like your family. Because they're like humans, you know? Watch out for dogs. Gotta watch out for that. That's all we gotta be taken to the vet already. Yeah, place getting very dear. You are a real true pet parent. You take care of your pets the same way you do your kids. You have to have all of the same stuff, and I mean all of the same stuff. So if you know that you can't dedicate yourself to taking care of your pets, or if you can't afford them, you might as well not even bother, because they definitely need to go to the dentist. They need to get shots. I mean, everything, just like a human being would. They do get everything, Judy. Yes, ma'am, they sure do. They do. That's what I kept saying. If you're not, willing to, go all the way out and do that, because I remember back when I was, years ago, and even now, I remember they would say, "Oh, the man down the streets is giving out cats or puppies," and people will run and go and get them a puppy or a cat, and that's it. They bring them home, and that's it. They don't know that some of these they're diabetic, they got medical problems. They don't care. They don't go to a veterinarian, nothing. They just get the pets, and you may have somebody to give you a couple of cans of cat food and a bag of litter, and then I don't know how people could think that that would be all that's needed, though. Especially when you see That they got, eyes. They breathe, they cry, they hurt. You know what I mean? It's just weird how a lot of people just get these pets and just take them and that's it. And I remember this girl a long time ago. She said I've had a cat. Hot in the morning, one at night. He lived with diabetes for 6 years, passed away at the age of 15. Oh, that was, oh, wow. I know, and that's the thing too with these animals. They have identical stuff that I've known humans to have, and that's the truth. And if you have the pets and you don't never take them to the doctors or anything like that, then you don't know what's going on with their health. And a lot of stuff you may be able to prevent if you take them to the doctors, but a lot of people don't do that. They just go on and get these pets, name them, and play that game, and keep it moving. They don't take it seriously at all, and I don't know why. I don't understand that. It's always been weird to me that they do that. They got personalities and everything. She said insulin is pretty expensive too. The same as it is for humans. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And I know one woman here that she had a dog, for her kids. And the dog basically was growing with her kids. And by the time her kids started getting into preteen, she found out that the dog was diabetic and she had to give the dog away because she couldn't afford it. And, that was heartbreaking to the dog and the kids. But she said she couldn't afford it financially. So that was a sad situation too, because, and it's kind of sad that you wait, for, I don't want to judge nobody, but sometimes you wait for, when they have a problem, then you don't, want them no more. And it's kind of sad. But that's exactly what happened there. And the pet took it hard. Another girl too. She got a dog. Her dog that she had for years passed away. And she got another dog. And they had a dog for about 2 months, and they decided they didn't want the dog. On the cell phone. He said, you jumping on every device too, Miss 50. I swear we all be making our rounds like that. And I'm just enjoying, and I don't want to hold nobody up. Like I'm running my mouth so much that people, don't want to interject and say they got to go because I'll let it down. I just do this because this is some free time that I have to be able to stay on at this time because of what schedule I'm on. And sometimes with a lot of us, when you work overnight and you got a day off of work, sometimes you can't go to sleep like that. You be wired. Okay, who that? You be wired. That part is real good though. What's going on, Gus? When y'all gonna? Yes. Did you get that? Was that something I sent you too?
Yeah.
Yes. You see, ain't that crazy? I love. What was that? A rooster?
Yeah.
Yeah. If these folks here, wait a minute, just clicked it off. I'm on the wrong thing here. If some of my people here that got I don't know if they got Instagram, but I love to send people a whole bunch of funny stuff, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Is that real, you think? Because wouldn't those sneakers be too heavy for him? Really? I think it's so cute. I would love Miss 50 to see that. Judy and all of them that's in the chat. This is off the chain. I'm trying to think. And this is a rooster. And I'm trying to figure out, isn't that cute though?
Remember that blue gang guy?
Yes.
He turns into Holy Gabbana.
No, what's he doing?
But Jesus Christ.
No, you can't. That right there. Are you serious? And he doing it whacked, isn't it? Why? Do you think he really into it? I hope he did, though.
Better.
I hope he does
John
because.
Cabana.
Oh, is that his real name or a Christian name? Oh, okay. Good night, Judy, and thank you. So do you feel that he's real with it? I hope so.
Let me send you his page and you can examine it and see for yourself.
Yes, I want to see because he needed some help there, and if he found God, I prayed that it's real for him because he was headed towards destruction in a way that it was sad. But I liked it. I thought he was a great guy. He just ain't rocking and rolling. Take care, Judy, and thank you so much for your time. So nice chatting with you too, lady. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been fun. I like talking with you guys. I wish some of you guys had Instagram, because that's one of the only other social medias that I use, and I got some funny stuff, y'all. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. Did I send you the one with the chicken twerking and stuff? No, oh my gosh. I've been sending it to everybody. Bye, Judy. Thank you.
Calm down and see. Go back.
Where?
Goodness.
See what Charles is about to go there. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check. I gotta charge this bad boy back up. Who is he? Bro thinks he's what?
A math genius.
Is he really that good? Some of them is brains, huh?
Mathematical dimensions. What's 12 times 12? 12 times 12 is 91. 12 times 12, I'm sorry, 12 times 12, 909,000, 967, 909,968. It's 20.
Is he on drugs?
Yeah.
I can tell.
It's closer.
91.
12 times 12 is 24.
It's 144, by the way.
No, 12 times 12.
Why are they doing this with this if he's on the fluids? It's not meth.
I went to school, never made it past the 5th grade. I do mathematical equations for
Well, sorry, because something's going on here. You can look at how he's moving and twitching around. He got a drug issue going on. What is he on? Methadone or crystal meth? Well, methadone is to get you off. Yeah, they started bugging out. They had a guy that became a crackhead at 53, and it was horrible. It was a horrible story. This boot gang, huh?
Like, really destroyed my stuff. I
Cancer?
used to take beatings, like, get punched on. My jaw was broke on both sides. I remember sitting up, trying to pull up my pants, like,
He was
I'm
being
seeing blood, like, going down.
he was being abused by his stepfather.
No.
Oh, out in the street.
I was traumatized, bro.
I think.
Didn't he
Like,
just say his
okay,
stepfather
I
used
can
to beat him up?
Then I could get rich. Cocaine was a form of survival.
His mother let that man come in the house and abuse her son like that?
How, like, I made it to a lot of this stuff. I was just really chasing this fame. Made me do the most stupid stuff. I remember walking in and the whole cell just like swarmed, following up. What from, blood? Like, I'm getting my numbers going up, fame and all this, but I still wasn't making as much money. That was so depressing of me having fame and wanting to be home. So, like, I was literally on the streets. Like, what am I doing getting jumped into a gang? Straight to the club. They made me want to the club. Maybe not want to live. I was like, maybe something much more in me. I was fighting a battle, and all it took was for me to surrender. The presence of God, like this hug. Wake up, man! You will never guess what just happened, man. Josh, wake up! Something came over me. And Josh said, "It's the Holy Spirit, bro. Teach me about God." I stopped chasing the things of the world and start seeking Him. Anyone who comes to Christ is a new creation. The old life is gone, and the new life has begun. I am Jagabon.
I like his name. So he seemed like he's doing good though, right? Anytime somebody's trying to find, God, that's good. I'm gonna keep looking into this. Who's talking to? I'm gonna keep that because I was worried about him. Remember, I used to ask you about him a lot.
Yeah, he had stopped posting for a while.
He needed to. He had to step back from all this YouTube stuff and get himself together and get off drugs and stuff and stop bugging out. But it sounded like a lot of him, what's happening to him because I thought he just said his stepfather used to beat him up. And that sounded like one of somebody that John was talking about that stepfather tried to stab him. I'm trying to figure out how do these women let these men come in their house and beat their kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oh, she's leaving too? Okay. I had too bad. Okay, Patty, have a good one. Take care and thank you so much. I thank you so much for coming. And I know who's left on here. I think Miss Quinn just popped in and left though. So I think she gone. And Miss 50 probably is here but ready to go too. I appreciate all of you guys here, and I'm gonna get ready to take this down too. And I enjoyed you thoroughly, Miss 50. Oh my gosh, I had a ball with you over there yesterday. Oh, it's my pleasure too, Patty. You are so sweet. Thank you so much, my dear. And I'm waiting for you to post again with the turtle because that's a relaxing and enjoyable, and I enjoy that. So you have a pleasant good night, and I thank you so much for your time. And Miss 50, I don't know if you still up in the building or not. Miss Quinn, I thought she was maybe she was just popping in just to say hi. I think she might be gone too. So I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. And I thank you guys all so much for coming. I thank you for spending time with me. Whatever you do, take Jesus with you. And if you make a mistake, don't give up on yourself because God ain't done with you yet. Don't let nobody tell you God's done with you. You know what I mean? You seek him for yourself. Once you have that relationship with him, can't nobody tell you different. God bless everybody. Let me just type this in here. Miss Quinn must have gone, yeah. So what y'all gonna start doing this live for me? What y'all gonna be doing? What's y'all content gonna be? Thanks, y'all. God bless everyone. Rruk out. Bye for now.